News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning. Right now on Fox 17 News This Morning, fleeing the war in the Middle East and now waking up as refugees in Nashville. We'll hear from one man about his escape and the celebrations once they touch down here in the Mid-State. Plus, the Broadway Bridge in downtown Nashville is now reopened, and we've got a live look for you this morning. And hey, they are doing this earlier than expected. We'll show you how traffic flows there throughout the course of the morning.
Oh, we're getting close to our weekend, but I've got some rain that we have to put into the forecast between now and then. We'll time it out in your Code Red forecast. Jen?
Yeah, looking forward to that little bit of rain, Greg. Thank you. And by the way, we'll talk about a wildfire where we had a really close call overnight. So we'll get to that here in just a moment. But first, thanks for joining us for Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
Because a lot of these people were in bomb shelters up until the moment that they left for the airport.
Well, continuing coverage of the war in Israel, and we have more than 60 people waking up in Nashville this morning. They just spent their first night here after fleeing the war zone in Israel near the border with Gaza. Daryl Heading is the director of Shy Fund. That's a local group that made the flight possible. Several other members of the Jewish community came to the airport to welcome those people here to Nashville. Morris Rieger, the first to get off the plane with his two sons, he says it's a huge relief to be here because he was in the area impacted just 2 miles from Gaza.
We've also lived in the general conflict area with rockets for quite some time. The rockets were never really, that's not a new experience, but having people trying to come and murder us in our own home, that certainly is.
Well, there were 2 Holocaust survivors on that flight as well. And again, they are all now here in Nashville. We have a programming change for tonight. I want to let you know about a change to the lineup because of President Biden's address to the nation. He's going to be talking about the war in Israel tonight, and Fox 17 News will carry that speech live starting at 7 p.m. Expected to last only about 15 minutes. Fox 17's primetime shows will air right in their spot in their entirety after that speech, and then Fox 17 News at 9 will start right around 9:15. 4:02 right now. Good morning to you, Greg. It looks like today's going to be that day when we get maybe a little bit of rain that we really need.
We're going to get a little bit later today. We're going to look at that on Future Track and make sure you know. And Jen, it's always great. If you got to wake up with someone really early in the morning, you're a great person. Just give a good smile. Here in the morning, time right now is 4:02. We're taking a look at your forecast, the big headlines for the weather story, and showers for your Thursday. But we're not talking about severe weather. We're not worried about anything when it comes to Code Red weather. The blue lights are on in the studio. Whenever you see that, it's a calming feeling because it means that we don't have anything extensive we have to look at. The weekend outlook has not changed all that much. It's actually looking really good. And we have some warmer weather coming as we go into next week. We've got another 5-star day for the exact same reasons. Partly cloudy, no rain until later today. So the morning starts off good. We have some crispy temps once again this morning. We'll be up to 70 later on this afternoon. We're going to look at Future Track, take a look at where there might be a roller coaster, or why someone might be a sucker for you, or the Jonas Brothers that are going to be in town for your Friday night. That's coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Greg, thank you. 4:03 right now. Looking into steer clear traffic. All's quiet on the home front. Things looking pretty good over by the airport even. And I'm checking the TDOT map system. We are crash free right now in the Mid-State. So if you need to get out early this morning, you've got the green light. We have an update now to a story that we first brought you as breaking news yesterday morning. We now know the names of 2 children killed in a fire in Sumner County. Teams from Robertson and Sumner County both responded to this fire around 1:15 yesterday morning on Flat Ridge Road off Highway 31. Firefighters say they found 10-year-old Braden Myers and 4-year-old Bellamy Myers dead in the home. They say one adult managed to get out without any injuries, but first responders treated another adult there at the scene. Fox 17 News talked with a man who has family living next door, and he says they quickly got out when they saw the flames coming from that house.
My cousin called me about a next door house fire going on, and I asked him, somebody call 911, and he said, yeah, some cross street lady call on 911.
Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, but right now the TBI says they do not suspect foul play. It's 4:05 right now, and hey, we have some good news for you this morning. The Broadway Bridge in downtown Nashville is officially back open fully to traffic. Our Fox 17 News photojournalist Kevin Mumphrey is out there live this morning giving us this firsthand view. Obviously, it's quiet now, not a lot of traffic in downtown Nashville this time of the day, but things will certainly pick up as the morning goes on. This bridge has reopened sooner than planned. Now, about 3 months ago, the Tennessee Department of Transportation closed the bridge for repairs. We've been documenting this all along, so if you've been waking up with us, you kind of know the deal here. They had set a date to reopen for October 31st, but things have wrapped up a couple of weeks ahead of schedule. The contractor says that workers used some new techniques and different delivery methods to speed up the project. TDOT says they still got really small, minor details to fix here on the bridge, but as you can see right here in this live look, a few cars going by, it is fully reopened to the public, both drivers and pedestrians. The search is on for an escaped prisoner here in Tennessee. We'll tell you how much money the TBI is offering right now for information leading to his arrest. And dry conditions across the volunteer state are causing concerns. We'll tell you where a brush fire started and how crews quickly got this one under control. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. In Operation Crime and Justice right now, U.S. Marshals are looking for a prisoner who escaped from a police van here in Tennessee. Greene County, which is in East Tennessee, the Sheriff's Department there says this guy, 51-year-old Sean Williams, broke out of the van early yesterday morning. Williams had been in for counts of rape, meth distribution, and the sexual assault of a minor. Police say this is a bad dude that they want back in custody. He was on the way from a federal jail in Kentucky to the Greenville federal courthouse. If you see Williams, and we've got his booking photo right here on your screen, he is now a wanted man. Please call 911 or 1-800-TBI-FIND. By the way, the TBI is offering a award of up to $2,500 for his return. We have a Nashville woman behind bars this morning. Metro Police say she helped plan the death of a teenager over the summer. Officers say they arrested 18-year-old Arleth Bonilla Tuesday night. Bonilla is accused of luring 17-year-old Israel Teniente into the Falcon View apartments in Madison August 8th. Teniente later found shot to death. So Bonilla, who you see here, this young woman, is charged with facilitating a criminal homicide. Police say they are still working to identify the suspected shooter. 4:10 is your time right now. Taking a look at some headlines across the state. Brush fire, a small one near Chattanooga, may have burned much bigger and in the overnight hours if crews didn't get there when they did. This fire happened off Highway 58 in Harrison, caught by a Skyview drone from our sister station, News Channel 9 in Chattanooga. So I want to show you some of the video that they were able to capture here. The dry conditions, of course, definitely creating fuel for these fires. The person who started that brush fire had reportedly left it unattended. And there you go. There's that drone shot. You can see about how big it was there. But the crews got quick word of it, so they got there and made quick work of it, getting it under control, thankfully, Greg. So dry, but rain is on the way.
Yeah, there is some rain on the way later today. It's not going to be here for the morning hours. There might be a quick little shower or sprinkle for the morning, but it's not going to be anything that causes a problem to your morning commute. This is our drought monitor. We just showed how we had the fire down there near Chattanooga, and they're the area, if you can see here, where they've got the most drought-like conditions in Middle Tennessee, pushing toward East Tennessee. So keep that in mind. That's why fires can spark quickly. And you got to be very careful. Maybe you're camping, maybe you have a bonfire going. Just watch out here over the next couple of days. We need some rain. We're going to get it. Here's the incoming rainmaker. It's not quite into Tennessee just yet, but it will be in the coming hours. We're going to track that on Future Track. We'll get your 7-day forecast and then work you into your upcoming weekend. Coming up in a few minutes right now. Our goal is to get you back on the road or attempt to get you on the road and steer clear traffic.
All right, Greg, thanks so much. 412, yeah, looking pretty good. This is I-65 at Briley Parkway. This was a spot yesterday morning that had commuters all kind of which way sideways. We had crashes in different locations near I-65 at Briley Parkway, but looking good now. In fact, I'm checking the TDOT reporting system. We've got no crashes to report in the mid-state. I will say, I'm monitoring an area on I-40 west of Nashville. We don't have any traffic cameras out there, but this is yet again out near McCrory Lane. So we're going to keep an eye on this for you. We'll check in again in the next few minutes. Well, after 18 years, a man has finally confessed to the murder of Alabama teen Natalie Holloway, and it is a man who has been suspected all along. Natalie Holloway's mom says that she finally feels like she's got justice after Jorn Vandersloot admitted to killing her daughter in 2005 when she was on a trip in Aruba. Vandersloot said that he killed Holloway after she resisted his advances. He confessed to the murder as part of a plea deal for wire fraud and extortion. Vandersloot sentenced to 20 years in prison for this case, but also worth noting, he's serving another sentence alongside of it for killing another young woman. Well, the struggle to find a House Speaker trudges on here on this Thursday. Atra Al-Nashar is going to talk about how we didn't get a vote yesterday and what the process will look like today. Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. President Biden and other top U.S. officials facing a lot of skepticism over saying they don't believe Israel is the culprit of the Gaza hospital blast that killed hundreds of civilians. We first told you about this yesterday. President Biden was quoted as saying the other team did it.
Well, I can understand why in this circumstance they wouldn't believe. I can understand that. I don't know all the detail, but I do know the people at the Defense Department who I respect, and the intelligence community that I respect. It be highly improbable that Israel did that.
All right, nations have been trading blame over who's responsible for that vicious attack. The U.S. and Israel both say it's likely caused by a misfired Islamic Jihad rocket. Officials in Jordan say they're not buying the narrative in the West that it wasn't Israel. Middle Eastern countries believe it was. No evidence of who launched that attack has been made public so far. And, I'll tell you, there's a lot of conflicting reports and propaganda video that is circulating out there. So we will see how that unfolds. In the meantime, we asked, do you trust President Biden's leadership on the war between Israel and Hamas right now? An overwhelming 86% of you say no, you do not. This poll is open. It is live. You can vote anytime. You can find us on our Fox Nashville Twitter or X account. 4:16 is the time right now, and Fox 17 News keeping you updated on the situation in the U.S. House of Representatives. They still don't have a speaker. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan lost even more support on a second vote yesterday and decided against having a third vote last night. Here's national correspondent Atra Al-Nashar.
Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan not backing down from his bid to be the next Speaker of the House, also not backing down his detractors. And as of Wednesday afternoon, there were 22 of them.
A Speaker has not been elected.
15 days after now former Speaker Kevin McCarthy was removed from his leadership position, Republicans are no closer to choosing his replacement. In some ways, they appear farther from it.
Bacon.
8 Republicans voted to oust McCarthy. Almost 3 times as many objected to Jordan. Even some who are voting for Jordan are not enthusiastic.
I mean, obviously I have some real disagreements with Speaker or candidate Jordan, but ultimately we have to get back to governing. And if he can't win and he can't get the votes, we need to move on to the next candidate and find someone who can be the Speaker.
A potential plan B gaining some traction: give temporary Speaker Patrick McHenry more authority so the House can do more than elect a Speaker, like pass funds for Israel, Ukraine, the southern border, and decide how to keep the government funded after the November 17th deadline. With so much Republican opposition to that, especially from Jordan's backers, it would take Democratic support to pass.
Jeffries.
Weighing on every lawmaker is the toll this gridlock is taking on the House's ability to function.
I do think in a big tent party like the Republican Party, it's healthy to have disagreements, but there's a point at which the disagreement becomes dysfunction and paralysis.
Which could continue Thursday when the House is expected to hold yet another vote. On Capitol Hill, I'm Atrell Nishar reporting.
4:18 is the time right now, and we're getting a check of that forecast, which Greg has mentioned already this morning does include some rain. When's it coming in?
We're watching it right now.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of haunting the Mississippi River.
Okay.
Trying to make its way into West Tennessee.
Okay.
And then it'll make it here a little bit later this morning into the afternoon. Good news is, though, it's not any severe weather. So when it comes in, we actually could use it. We're a few inches below what we need to have this time of the year. So any few drops of rain that we get are not going to bring in any damaging wind. They're not going to bring in any tornado threat. But by about noon, I would say that we have a few showers that do track in, and they'll pick up more toward the afternoon and evening hours, and then they'll get out of here for tomorrow and the end of your weekend. So if you have Friday night football plans for any high schoolers, you got Saturday, Sunday plans, we'll be just a touch cooler, but we'll also be dry in the forecast. Here, we've been talking about this all week, and I keep showing it because it's important to know that if you want to see the best fall foliage next weekend into the weekend after, those are the 2 weekends to go. Find some time for yourself to enjoy the changing color. We'll be at 70 degrees this afternoon, 68 degrees tomorrow, and then we'll stay in the upper 60s and low 70s leading into the weekend.
All right, Greg, thank you. Steer clear traffic. I mentioned just a moment ago, I-40 west of Nashville. Things are looking good at White Bridge Road. Just a couple of tractor-trailer drivers sleeping on the shoulder here. But if we look a little further west of this, out near Kingston Springs and Pegram, we've got a slowdown inbound to Nashville. It's kind of hard to tell why, but we will keep an eye on that for you. There's no crash reported, just a slowdown there in Kingston Springs on your way in on I-40. Former President Donald Trump told to keep quiet yesterday during his civil fraud trial in New York. Part of a broad warning to the entire courtroom issued after the former president was heard muttering with his lawyers during a witness testimony. Speaking at the time was Doug Larson, a real estate appraiser who voiced concerns with how the Trump organization valued its properties. Trump's lawyers accuse him of lying, excuse me, and the former president is calling the entire trial a waste of time.
Any company coming to New York would be crazy because it's a setup. There's a rigged trial. We have a hostile group of people. We have a very hostile judge. I hate to say it. We have a very, very hostile judge. And I think everybody knows that. And we see that. But the good thing is we have all of the evidence on our side. They have nothing.
Mr. Trump has already been found liable for fraud, but the trial is proceeding on several other accusations. The state is demanding $250 million and severe restrictions on Mr. Trump's businesses. Still to come, the Vols are ready for action and a special tradition, taking on Alabama this weekend. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Let's talk some sports here on a Thursday, getting closer to the weekend. An iconic tradition happens this weekend. The Vols play Alabama this third Saturday in October. It's football time here, Tennessee. Not in Tennessee, though. They're going to be on the road. The Vols are on a 3-game win streak. The Crimson Tide is 6-1. The Vols are 5-1. So this is going to be a great matchup this weekend. One of the traditions of the Tennessee-Bama game is the victory cigar, historically enjoyed by fans of the winning team. They play at 3:30 Saturday in Tuscaloosa. You got to wonder if the Vols fans are bringing their cigars just in case. Maybe you got an upset brewing here? Good. We'll see. Hey, let's take a live look at Bridgestone Arena this morning, all lit up in downtown. The Preds are recovering from couple of less than stellar games, and now they're going to play the New York Rangers on the road tonight. They'll be in Madison Square Garden. So the Rangers, on their part, they have a lot of strengths. They're sitting at 2 wins, 1 loss so far, and with a higher percentage of time spent in power play. All right, so they've been there. The Preds are going to be trying to snap a 2 games losing. I feel like if you've lost 2 games, you don't call that a streak, do you? They've just lost 2 games. All right.
I agree.
Yeah. To watch how they take on the challenge, that game begins at 6 o'clock our time tonight.
Also, look at how many games they've played so far this season.
And look at how many we still have to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've got an entire season and we're barely scratching the surface of it. So we're not calling it a losing streak. We're just saying, hey, you lost a couple of games. We'll rebound. We'll go from there. New GM. We've got a new coach. We've got a whole 9 things going together that are going to all help us out here throughout the year. Taking a look at your weekend planner. Have you made plans yet? I'm making them right now. I invited my parents to town. I said, come in this weekend. Let's go to some places and do some fall things. 68 degrees on Saturday, 70 on Sunday. Temperatures looking fantastic. Nighttime temps a little bit cool. No rain either day of the upcoming weekend, which is even better news. You can get the Fox 17 Code Red weather app. I'm going to keep showing it to you every morning because I do Dog of the Day and I show you the Code Red weather app. That's duty as charged. Taking a look here. You can scan the QR code or you can go to the app stores. You can have that right there on your phone and you'll be good to go because there will be rain later today. It's not here yet, but I'm tracking it moving closer and closer in your forecast.
426 right now, steer clear traffic. We're going to take a live look. I-24 at Harding Place. Looking good here to kick off your Thursday. We do have some traffic out there, but it's light. No crashes here. Also, I do want to update you, just getting word that it sounds like the backup on I-40 out near Pegram is road work. So I mentioned I didn't see any crashes out there. Looks like they might be doing a little bit of road work. But with regards to the rest of your Wednesday commute, looking so good. You've got the green light here at 427. Nashville SC fans know Saturday is the last regular season game for the boys in gold, and they're going to be at Geodis Park playing the New York team. They call them the Red Bulls. Nashville has not gotten a win against New York so far in 3 matches, but Nashville's win record is better this season than the Red Bulls, so maybe the 4th time will be the charm. Saturday is also Fan Appreciation Night. The first 10,000 fans at Geodis Park will get a rally towel and a poster of the team. The game starts at 5 p.m. Saturday, and then the boys in gold have a postseason berth already secured. A new call for the president of the Tennessee chapter of the NAACP to step down. We'll hear from the former president of the Nashville chapter of the group and the drama that seems to be ramping up.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News This Morning. It is just about 4:30. Continuing coverage as a youth football team season is canceled after a brawl. Why some think the consequences are too harsh.
And good morning. Here we are on a Baby Friday. Taking a look here. Nothing happening just yet, but rain is moving closer and closer to Middle Tennessee. You're going to see some of it later today. We're going to track it in your Code Red forecast.
And right now, all's quiet on the traffic front. We've got, in fact, when I say quiet, I'm sleeping quiet. We've got truckers sleeping off on the shoulder I-40 at White Bridge Road. And we'll get into some other spots of your steer clear traffic that are starting to slow down a little early here on your Thursday morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 17 News. I'm Jennifer Waddell. Glad to be here for you through 9 a.m. We start with continuing coverage now of the brawl at a youth football game in Jolton. That fight has now resulted in one of the teams being forced to end their season. Plus, we've got a parent that's been banned and a coach suspended. Overnight, Greenbrier coaches let the players and the parents know that the 11 and 12-year-olds are done for the year. That decision coming on the heels of a fight during the Greenbrier Bobcats Jolton Vikings youth football game. Coaches and a parent ran out on the field. One parent who was seen in this tan hoodie right here was kicked out, reportedly came back with when they called 911, they said he had a gun making threats. And as bad as it was, parents say the children shouldn't be punished.
These are 12-year-olds that go to this middle school that are undefeated, and we're proud of it. They won the Super Bowl last year, too. So proud of them for winning the Super Bowl. But this year, you're out.
Both the parents and the coach that we talked with say they want the league to reconsider. We want to know what you think about this story. I know a lot of you have been watching the video on our website and on our Facebook page. Should young athletes be punished for parents' actions at games? And 79% of you say no. The poll is live right now. It's open on our Fox Nashville X account. We have an update this morning on a shakeup at Nashville's NAACP branch. The president of our local branch is suspended and right now is calling for the president of the state chapter to step down as well. Tennessee President Gloria Sweetlove says that Vanita Lewis, who was the Nashville chapter president, got suspended for, quote, actions undermining their mission. Well, when pressed for specifics, Sweetlove said there were complaints about Vanita Lewis's behavior toward co-workers here in Nashville at this branch. Lewis, who has been with the NAACP for decades, says this is all a setup.
I just feel so hurt and troubled that the state president would set out to defame my character, but I do believe in my purest sense of honesty that it's really time for her to step down. 27 years or 25 years, that's too long, and you get set in your ways.
Now again, Ms. Lewis has been here in Nashville as well for quite some time. So far, no response from the state NAACP president about the call for her to step down, but we'll be following the story for you.
Here we are, 4:33 at time to look at your Code Red forecast, and here's what we are tracking moving closer and closer to us. Now, I have every indicator turned on when it comes to severe weather. When it comes to any potential lightning or thunder, we've got nothing popping up with this line that's moving in. So here's what's happened I'll put you back about 3 hours and show you how it's been moving in, and it's a pretty slow mover. Now, by the time you're done with us here at 9 a.m., and I say done with this meeting, please stick with us until 9 a.m., this will be moving into our western and even maybe middle areas of Middle Tennessee. Taking a look here, our time lapse, putting it back to right now. This definitely, as you just saw, is moving directly toward Nashville. So we're going to see this move in, and it is going slow. We do have a few areas here, though, where we have some yellows, oranges, and reds. So there could be a few quick downpours that move in, but no severe weather is expected. And we have no expectation of anything that we cannot handle. We could use some rain. We are in a drought. I showed you our drought monitor. All of us could use a little bit of rain. Looking downtown, we are dry for right now. We have temperatures right side of your screen that are starting off just like yesterday. We're 40s and 50s. We're talking about going into right near 70 degrees this afternoon. Here's your weather story. Showers for Thursday, which is today, weekend outlook, and we'll also look ahead to warmer weather coming up in the next check of your forecast. Jen?
All right, Greg, thanks. Here, clear traffic. Really, all in all, looking so good this morning. No traffic problems. We've got no crashes. This is I-24, where your commute right now is in the green. I mean, we don't even see a little yellow zone this morning, so it's always good news to hear that this early. We know it'll change, right, as rush hour picks up. Things will certainly start popping off, but for right now, looking good. Happening now, police in Clarksville are searching for a man who they say carjacked his ex-girlfriend. This is Cordero Quarles, who police say kicked in the window of his ex-girlfriend's car yesterday afternoon, dragged her out, and then left with the car. We're told that woman does have injuries, but is expected to be okay. And here's the other thing. As Quarles was driving away, police say he sideswiped another car before leaving the stolen car on Poston Street. He's now facing charges of reckless driving and carjacking, but they're looking for Quarles. They don't know where he is. They think he might be in the Lincoln Holmes area of Clarksville. So heads up for you in Montgomery County. If you see him, if you have any information, please call 911 right away. New this morning, the Broadway Bridge in downtown Nashville is officially back open to traffic. Let's take a live look there this morning. Our Fox 17 News journalist, Kevin McMinnville, is out there showing us. I love the lights that are running perpendicular here to the bridge. Kind of a cool shot here. Not a lot of traffic, but as you can see, it's brand new and things are wide open. And hey, listen, brand new sidewalks for all the pedestrians, all the people. If you've been downtown, you know what I'm talking about. All the people who are walking on both sides up and down Broadway. So nice to see those nice big sidewalks for their safety. Updating the grid. The nation's power system may not be able to handle all this green energy that's being pushed. How much money the Biden administration wants to spend to bring the system up to date. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is looking for more donors. Why he can no longer accept money from about 75% of his supporters.
Fox 17 News Code.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. It is 4:39 right now, and we have a live look from Nashville International Airport. Got a flight landing as we speak. Thanks to our photojournalist, David McClure, who's out there live this morning. Hey, welcome to Nashville, y'all. Hope you have a great time while you're here, or welcome home. Either way, kind of fun to see these planes coming in and taking off here early in the morning. Nice and smooth and steady as she goes here. Yep, we got touchdown here in Nashville. By the way, in case you hadn't heard, the Nashville International Airport was just announced as the 5th best big airports in the country. Right now, the Biden administration has announced they want to spend $3.5 billion on upgrades to the nation's electric grid. There are experts who say with this big push to try to go electric and green that the system can't handle it. So, again, billions of dollars that would pay for, they say, 58 different projects in almost all 50 states. And many of these projects would be building systems that the government says would be resilient against weather and natural disasters. The money would also support the development of several bigger transmission lines. There are currently 5.7 million miles of transmission lines running through the U.S., and according to the Department of Energy, more than half of them are more than 40 years old. You know, it's interesting. We just talked yesterday about the TVA updating their systems here in Tennessee, and about $8 million they invested in that. Now that money is getting passed on to all of us, the people who have to pay the bill. So we're seeing increases on our bills this winter. Presidential hopeful Ron DeSantis is going to have to start recruiting some new donors to bankroll his campaign. An analysis from Politico shows that about 75% of all the money raised by Mr. DeSantis' team is from donors who can no longer legally give. The campaign has raised more than $31 million so far, and of that, $23 million has come from donors who gave at least $3,300. That is the maximum that's allowed. A chunk of the money cannot be used until the general election. DeSantis and the rest of the Republican field still way behind former President Trump in the primary polling.
Here we are closing in on 4:43, taking a real quick look at your forecast here. Our code red threat level is all clear. We've been there all week. We'll continue to be there all week. However, I'm going to show you the radar about every 10 to 15 minutes because rain beginning to move into Tennessee. Not Middle Tennessee just yet, but it will be here by the end of the morning into the afternoon. A few showers will take us into the weekend, and then we'll dry it all out. Lunchtime forecast for us. The rain still likely not here in the Nashville area, but our western counties pushing more toward the Tennessee River. Possibility of some rain beginning to skirt in here mid to late morning and early afternoon. No severe weather. I have seen 0 lightning strikes with this incoming system. We'll track it for you coming up in a few. Just know that we could use the rain. The rain could be an inconvenience, but we need it, and it'll be coming in later today.
All right, Greg, thanks. Steer clear traffic. Let's take another live view from the roads to see how things are shaping up. This is I-40 at 46th Avenue. So if you're waking up this morning in Bellevue, Kingston Springs, or Dickson, your Nashville commute on I-40 is looking pretty good. We understand there is some construction work, not a whole lot of it, but just a little bit out near Pegram, creating a bit of a slowdown inbound to Nashville, but that's nothing that's worth a detour. A little slow also this morning on Ellington Parkway again. We'll check in on that in our next Steer Clear traffic report. Bringing artificial intelligence into the operating room, how that technology is helping doctors improve their diagnoses. And get ready for a stellar show. We're going to tell you about the best time to catch the annual Orionid meteor shower.
What crisis in the classroom?
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning, 4:45. And in health news, artificial intelligence now has a new use at some of our hospitals. Fox 17 medical reporter Liz Bonas shows us how it's helping diagnose blood clots suspected in the lungs.
Hey there, everybody. We've been using AI in medicine now for improving a diagnosis and improving accuracy in a number of ways. But a new focus could help if you wind up in the emergency room with a pulmonary embolism, or embolus as they're known. If you come into the emergency room when this type of medical emergency is suspected, you would likely immediately be given a CT scan.
So the CT scan is a image that's done with dye that highlights the blood vessels in the lungs. And most blood clots tend to form in the legs for a various number of reasons. But if they break off and travel through the heart and get lodged in the lungs, that's what a pulmonary embolus is.
Once an image is produced by the scan
immediately goes to the cloud where it's evaluated by artificial intelligence.
Dr. Christopher Hayner, a critical care pulmonologist at Ohio's TriHealth, says if the PE or lung blood clot is found, his response team is alerted through an app.
And through the app, we can review the scan, the vital signs, lab results, and other parameters to determine the severity.
Treatment then can begin right away with the help of medication or a procedure to remove it. Now, if you're wondering if you might need a CT scan or having this problem, here are the warning signs: shortness of breath that appears suddenly, chest pain that can become worse so it feels like sharp, almost like you're having a heart attack, lightheadedness, dizziness, passing out due to a sudden loss of blood pressure, or even a cough that contains blood. If you notice any of these, seek emergency care immediately. I'm medical reporter Liz Bonas. Back to you.
All right, Liz, thank you very much. At 4:47, taking a look at some consumer headlines now. It looks like some of us will see our heating bills go down this winter. So how is that? I was just telling you that, for example, NES and Gallatin power customers are having to pay more. Well, the Energy Information Administration is predicting natural gas could drop in the months ahead. So for those of you who use gas to heat your homes, that's where this is coming from. Now, there were big increases last year. You might remember we paid a lot more in gas bills last year, but the savings could amount to about $150 or so over the course of the whole winter. Propane prices are expected to be down about 3%. Well, the annual Orionids meteor shower is peaking this weekend. According to NASA, the Orionids are the remnants of Halley's Comet, known for their brightness and their speed. So we've got a little bit of a meteor shower that's expected to peak this Sunday, October 22nd. For best viewing, the American Meteor Society recommends watching the sky in the hours just after midnight and through dawn. So you're going to have to either be a night owl or a real early bird. But if you can catch it, you can see up to 20 meteors per hour. Greg, I guess I'm just curious if we're in a good position to see that.
Guess what I'm doing right now, Jen?
What? You're checking?
Oh, making a forecast for it.
Oh, good.
Come
okay.
on.
Cool.
I love astronomy. I love meteor showers. We're going to take a look here coming up in about, we'll go in the next half hour and we'll talk all about it. We'll find out what the good viewing times are going to be, what the bad viewing times will be here, because these meteor showers are not just, there's always a peak when it comes to the days, but there are a few days before and a few days after where if, say, day of isn't perfect, we can find a few hours where you're going to be able to see a few of them flying around. Halley's Comet. Every time it comes around, we do get a really good meteor shower if we have a clear sky. Taking a look right now, it looks like it rained overnight. It did not. Typical Broadway brush down when it comes to washing off the streets. Taking a look, getting some breakfast this morning. Nothing to worry about when it comes to any rain through about 8 o'clock this morning. However, there will be a few showers that track in this afternoon toward this evening in the Nashville area on toward the east. If you're near the Tennessee River, think out toward our western counties. Maybe you're in the Camden area or you're in Decatur County. That's the areas where the rain will move in a little bit earlier, but temperature's the same for all of us. We're talking 40s and 50s. After our rain moves out very early tomorrow, We are good. Look at that. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like the Oprah of days you don't get rain. Starting this weekend into next week. Nothing to worry about. We will get a little bit warmer Monday into Tuesday and Wednesday. Warmer at night with temperatures back into the 50s and 60s, and warmer during the afternoons with highs that will be in the middle 70s. Jen?
Greg, thanks. As promised, I want to show you Ellington Parkway this morning to let you know why perhaps we're seeing a bit of a red zone on Ellington. Now, I can't see a good amount of traffic here for this early in the morning, but what I don't see are any crashes. Looks like the delay is leaving Nashville and going toward Madison, going toward Hendersonville. But nothing that's showing right now on the cameras. We'll keep an eye on this for you, though, and let you know if there's anything where you need to steer clear. You know, job-based health insurance has become more expensive for companies and for employees this year. Have you felt this where you work? The annual costs that are associated, especially the premiums for family health insurance coverage, soared to an average of nearly $24,000, according to KFF's Employer Health Benefits Survey. The average employee share of the annual premium comes out to about $6,500. That's a jump of almost $500 from last year. Now, for individual coverage, the annual average premium increased to $8,435. That is up 7% from last year. So in other words, we are all paying more in some of those upfront, out-of-pocket costs. Hey, let's look ahead to tomorrow. It's going to be Friday. That means we have Friday Night Rivals. It's our game of the week over on MyTV 30. Brentwood Academy plays Lipscomb Academy at 7 o'clock on MyTV 30 Nashville. And then at 9:30, make sure you switch back over here and turn us on for Fox 17 News Football Frenzy Live. This is our highlight show that starts at 9:30 with our sports director, Jill Gelman. We have one restaurant that is staying open late on Halloween. Where in the Mid-State, you can check it out. And a price hike for some Netflix plans. We'll tell you why the company is making the move again and what you're going to have to pay now if you still subscribe. Track storms. Download. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Just a few minutes before 5 o'clock right now, and a live look into downtown Nashville. Streets are wet because they came through and cleaned overnight. Greg was joking yesterday, you know, why do we wake up in the morning and the streets are wet in Nashville? Well, they got to wash away all the regret from last night. Nonetheless, we've got the streets that are clean. We've got workers already out and about. See a guy crossing the street here and clean up, trash pickup, all that good stuff to start a brand new day here in the heart of downtown Nashville. All right, let's get to some business news now. Chipotle is looking to make some extra cash on Halloween, and they're hoping you're out trick-or-treating and you need a snack and you'll come there. That's what they say. The chain is going to be open until midnight in select locations, and Nashville is one of them. On Halloween night, you can get the late night fix at the Chipotle that is on 21st Avenue South. This is all part of their yearly burrito promotion. Get it? Boo. It's not a burrito. It's a burrito. They do this for reward members. During the last couple of years, Chipotle has seen a 30% increase in business after 8 p.m. on Halloween night.
I would love to go and just sit and people watch.
Wouldn't that be fun?
The people that come in to Chipotle at 11 and midnight on Halloween and what their costumes are and how they're just doing in general. Take a look here at your weekend outlook. Make your plans now. I'm telling you, your Saturday and Sunday are looking phenomenal. This is that time of the year when the fall color begins to change, and there are so many things happening around downtown and even Middle Tennessee in general that you can go to and enjoy. Great fall feeling. Temperatures upper 60s on Saturday, right near 70 on Sunday. No frost, no freeze, so we're not worried about terribly chilly nights. We'll be in the 40s though. Keep that in mind. You can always connect with us, and this is not just me, but you can always find me on Facebook, meteorologist Greg Bobus. You can go to twitter.com. WX, or Instagram. You can find Jen as well. If you go to any of her social media outlets, you can reach out to us if you want.
Yeah, and good news, I just got back into my Twitter account. They locked me out yesterday.
Oh, fun. Fun times.
Good news, though. Crisis averted. I'm back in. Hey, let's check and steer clear traffic. No crises on the interstate this morning. In fact, really smooth sailing right now. This is a live look from I-65 at Moores Lane. I mean, we do have a little bit of traffic out there, but no backups at all. In fact, I am checking the TDOT system as we speak, and man, we are crash free. I don't see any reports of debris. I see no reports of cars that are stalled out on the shoulders. So really looking so good for you to get out and go. Business news now. Chick-fil-A wants to bring you more ways to enjoy their food, so they have released their own cookbook.
Wait, what?
Are you excited? It's called Extra Helpings, and it features 26 recipes showing you how to repurpose your leftovers. No, they are not giving you the secret recipe for the chicken.
Okay, see, that's what I was saying. I was confused for a moment. I'm like, wait a minute.
You'd think they would give that up.
All right.
Although I can tell you the secret ingredient.
What is it? Tell me. Tell me.
Pickles.
Oh.
It's not, I don't mean the pickles on the sandwich.
Oh, you mean inside the actual everything going on?
Talking pickle juice. Okay.
We have to talk more during the break.
All right, anyhow, this is the cookbook if you want to find out good ways to repurpose your Chick-fil-A leftovers. It is digital and it's available online for free. Hey, let's talk Netflix this morning. More consumer headlines. They just announced they're raising prices for people who are using the basic or the premium plan. So here we go again, starting immediately. The price of the premium ad-free plan in the U.S. is going up $3 a month to $23. Now, its lowest priced streaming plan is going up to $12. And it comes as Netflix has added some 8 million subscribers worldwide, so they claim, during the July to September period. That's more than triple the number of people they gained during the same time last year. It's interesting because you'd think that, you know, all these people talking about quitting Netflix because they started charging you for the sharing. Netflix claims it didn't hurt them, and in fact, they're like bragging that they've got more customers who are now paying more.
You could pay $8 and get DVDs sent to your house 15 years ago. Now it's $23 to log on.
Yep. All right, 5 o'clock hour starts right now. Good morning.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Right now on Fox 17 News This Morning, a celebration here in Nashville as people fleeing the war in the Middle East touch down in the mid-state. They now have a new temporary home. We'll hear from one man about his escape. Plus, the Broadway Bridge in downtown Nashville is now reopened to traffic fully. And not just to cars driving by like that one there, but pedestrians as well. We're taking a live look at how things are going to be shaping up with this new system.
Looking good there on Broadway, and taking a look at your forecast. Looking good right now, but rain moving in by the end of today. We'll track it. That's coming up in your Code Red forecast, Jen.
All right, Greg, thanks. Good morning to you, and thank you for starting your day with us here on Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell. To kick off this Thursday, here are the top few things you'll want to know about before you head out the door. First, let's go to the Middle East. President Biden is set to address the nation tonight regarding the war in between Israel and Gaza with Hamas. The White House says that President Biden is going to update Americans about that conflict. Plus, he's reportedly going to talk about Russia's war in Ukraine. The president's remarks come after his visit to Israel yesterday. He was there on the ground for 8 hours. He's expected to speak from the Oval Office tonight at 7 o'clock our time. We'll have regular programming that we would have after his speech, and then our Fox 17 News at 9 might go on just a few minutes late, around 9:15. Another top story this morning, dozens of people arrested after occupying the Cannon House office building across from the Capitol in D.C. Take a look at this. They gathered yesterday after a rally on the National Mall demanding an immediate ceasefire in Israel. Officials had said that the demonstrations were not allowed inside congressional buildings and that these people who you see were given warnings to get out. 30 people arrested when they didn't leave. This same group organized a protest outside of the White House. And the third big story here to start your Thursday morning, finally closure in the Natalie Holloway case. Her mother says that she finally feels justice after Jorn Vandersloot just admitted yesterday to killing her daughter in Aruba in 2005. That announcement came right after Vandersloot appeared in court where he was involved in a plea deal involving wire fraud and extortion charges. As part of the plea deal, Vandersloot has to provide details about how Natalie Holloway died and where her body was, and that's exactly what he did.
Because a lot of these people were in bomb shelters up until the moment that they left for the airport.
And back here at home, we have continuing coverage of the war, the conflict there in Israel, as more than 60 people are now waking up in Nashville after boarding a special rescue flight from Israel. Daryl Heading is the director of Shy Fund. That is the local organization that made this flight possible. Several other members of the Jewish community came to the airport to celebrate their arrival here in the mid-state. Morris Reiger, the first to get off the plane with his two sons, and he says it's a big relief because he was in that area, impacted just 2 miles from Gaza.
We've also lived in the general conflict area with rockets for quite some time. So I mean, the rockets were never really, that's not a new experience, but having people trying to come and murder us in our own home, that certainly is.
By the way, on this flight that arrived in Nashville, 2 Holocaust survivors. It's 5:04 right now. Good morning to you. I hope your Thursday's off to a really good start. If you woke up this morning and you were hoping for a little bit of rain, just hang tight. It's coming.
Oh, it is. We need it, and it's not going to be bad. I've been watching for severe weather and thunder and lightning moving closer toward us here. It's making its way into Tennessee now. When I say Tennessee, I mean we're talking way west, even west of Memphis right now. So we're not having any rain here back home. No visibility issues that I'm seeing to start the morning. That rain mainly moves in for the afternoon into the evening. So kids going to the bus stop this morning will have temperatures a few degrees warmer than yesterday. But when they're getting home, a few showers will be out there. So maybe packing the rain gear for the buses dropping kids back off could be a good idea. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, 70 degrees later on this afternoon. There will be that late day rain that does track into the area. And yeah, there could be a clap or two of thunder. Don't let it scare you. I'll tell you. I will always let you know when we have code red weather. You'll see red lights. We'll have red boxes. We got none of that. Any claps of thunder? Just typical late summer, early fall showers and storms.
Alrighty, Greg, thank you. Steer clear traffic time at 5:05. Right now, see how things are moving along on I-40 over at Donaldson Pike. This is right by the airport, and we don't have a big backup, so that's good. And no backups in your general traffic flow, so looking good just east of Nashville. Again, this is I-40 at Donaldson Pike. So good morning to you in, say, Wilson County, where you're making your drive in this morning. We'll check in on another spot just to let you know how things are shaping up, but right now, crash free in the mid-state. Well, new this morning, the Broadway Bridge in downtown Nashville is fully reopened to traffic. They cut the ribbon on it yesterday, and here we are live this morning giving you a first-hand look at it. Fox 17 News photojournalist Kevin Mumphrey is out there giving us some perspective. Looks like we just saw a WeGo bus go by. They opened this thing sooner than planned, so that's good news as well. About 3 months ago, the Tennessee Department of Transportation shut the bridge down so that they could demolish the old one and build the new one. They were supposed to open October 31st, but again, we are ahead of schedule. The contractor says they used new techniques and different delivery methods to get stuff here faster to speed up the project. Right now at 5:06, police are looking for a suspect in a deadly shooting. We're going to show you the car that you'll want to be on the lookout for. And a live look right now from Nashville International Airport. We've got flights coming and going already early this morning, thanks to our photojournalist David McClure out there this morning watching the air travel. Listen, quick reminder before we go to break. If you think you don't need 2 hours to navigate the airport, think again. So many changes at Nashville International. Make sure you are giving yourself lots of time to get there, get parked, get through security, and then make sure you get to your flight on time.
Fridays, watch Fox 17.
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. In Operation Crime and Justice, Metro Police say they need some help finding the suspect in a deadly shooting from earlier this month. So let's take a look here because Metro Police have pictures of the car that was involved in a murder. So it's a white 4-door Infiniti. It's a sedan, so we've got the car here on your screen. It looked like it had temporary tags on it too. Noticeable features: a black gas cap cover on that white car. They've got some aftermarket rims and a spoiler that they've put on the back. So again, a few different perspectives. And I did mention, I noticed this car has temporary tags, at least had them at the time of the murder. Investigators say whoever was in this car fired a shot that killed 17-year-old Jesus Martinez Garcia in the parking lot of the Blue Note Apartments. If you know anything about this car, please give Metro Police a call. We have a 14-year-old boy, 14, who's charged with driving around Nashville in a stolen car, and police say he took the SUV from the Nashville Fairgrounds back on October 7th. Police say not only did that 14-year-old go joyriding through Nashville in a stolen car, but they say he had this gun and marijuana on him when they searched that SUV. 14 years old, now charged with stealing a car, unlawful gun possession, marijuana possession, resisting arrest, and running from police. 5:11 is the time right now, and our Code Red meteorologist Greg Bobus has been taking a look at the forecast and tracking the rain that is moving our way this morning. He's going to get you out the door here on this Thursday.
That we are today, October 19th. We are getting so close to Halloween. Nothing happening right now, but Jen, you were so right. We have rain that will move in late morning into the afternoon. So if you've got plans later today, it's not going to wash out the entire day. It'll move in decently quickly. You'll get a couple hours of some steady rainfall and maybe a clap of thunder, but no severe weather. Temperatures this morning out the door should not mess with our morning commute or our kids at the bus stop, though. 53 at 6 a.m., 55 degrees at 8 o'clock. Right side of your screen, your current temperatures are there. We've got your forecast for the week ahead. Coming up, though, in 5 minutes, we'll look at two things. One will be future tracking all the rain moving in, and also that meteor shower we mentioned last half hour, the peak viewing for some good skylight here at night. I'm watching some meteor showers moving in.
Good stuff, Greg. Thanks so much. At 5:12 right now in Steer Clear traffic, we have been so good all morning, and that trend continues. I love to be able to give you good news in traffic, right? So that, you know, you don't have anything to worry about when you get up and head out the door. That's the case, I-65 at Rosa Parks. Really not even many cars out there right now. And as I check the TDOT map system behind the scenes here for you, I don't see any crashes reported anywhere right now. The only minor backup that we have is out on I-40 in Kingston Springs, inbound to Nashville, where it looks like they might just be doing some road work, okay? But all in all, your primary mid-state commute is looking so good here to start your Thursday. Tough situation clearly in the Middle East as, we've got this conflict between Israel and Hamas. Our chief political correspondent, Scott Thuman, is taking a look not only at the devastation and the tragedy, but the complex history that is involved. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. It is 5:15 and the tensions increasing in the Middle East after the deadly explosion at a hospital in Gaza earlier this week. And that has sparked more outrage over the war and dramatically altered President Biden's trip to the Middle East just yesterday. He spent 8 hours on the ground there. We understand there are new fears this morning as well about the level of U.S. involvement. Sinclair's chief political correspondent, Scott Thuman, who has reported extensively from the region in the past, now has this update.
Fury outside the U.S. Embassy in Lebanon. Much of the Arab world enraged by America's backing Israel in this war and chants of death to Israel, accompanied by death to America. Now, after Arab leaders snubbed President Biden by canceling overseas meetings, there are elevated fears of a possible second massive front. Not only the original attack by Hamas to the south, but potentially from the north as well, by the terror group Hezbollah. based inside of Lebanon.
Yes, it is concerning because we find ourselves, unfortunately, in a combustible situation where we have armed enemies all around us.
Now, Axios reporting the White House has discussed possibly using military force if Hezbollah joins in the war.
The president said to anybody who's thinking of getting involved in opening additional fronts and making this more of a regional war, he was very clear.
Don't.
And I don't think that that's an empty promise. The United States and other allies, the UK, France, and others have made clear they will not tolerate a situation where there is truly an existential threat to Israel.
2 years ago, for full measure, we were on that border in northern Israel to observe the military patrols that then were taking only occasional rocket fire from Hezbollah.
That said, after what happened a week and a half ago in Gaza, we have to throw out all of our paradigms and the things we thought were true, including Hezbollah is not likely to want to start a big war. Then who knows what can happen? Certainly, Israel needs to be prepared for all contingencies.
Especially if the Lebanese people and Hezbollah militants feel the time is right. In our previous reports from inside Beirut, we witnessed Hezbollah's growing presence years ago and increased anger toward the U.S. and Israel, which could now culminate into something much deadlier. In Washington, I'm Scott Thuman.
Scott, thank you for that update. Right now, we have 2 deer that are back on dry land after being rescued from frigid waters in Alaska. Check this out. Alaska wildlife troopers say they were out on patrol when they spotted the deer kind of near their boat. Now the troopers helped them get on board and then dropped them off in an area where they'll be safe from hunters. Oh, look at the bait. They're shivering. The poor things. Now they did the rescue because they're professionals here. They are discouraging everyday folks from trying to do rescues like this on their own because you never know if you or the animal are going to get hurt in the process. But look at them. They shake it off back on dry land and hopefully we'll get warm and dry. That made me cold just looking at it. Poor little things.
And we're getting close to that time of the year when we're all going to be feeling cold, not even just looking at it, but also feeling it here.
Well, we've said, I'm curious, because we've said we're not turning on the heat in our house. We have like a hard date.
So it could be 12 below tomorrow and you're not turning the heat on?
Okay, there might be an extreme exception.
I had to go there.
There might be an extreme exception, but for the most part, yeah, we don't turn on the heat until at least November 1st.
Well, it was funny here because people were like, is the heat on in the building?
Oh, in the building, yeah.
And I said, does it smell like burning somewhere?
Then
If it does, the
yes.
heat's probably on.
Yeah.
The heat was on for us here. Taking a look. We talked, and I mentioned that I would talk about the Orion meteor shower that's going to be happening here. It is just starting. It doesn't peak for a little while, so you're going to have plenty of days and, again, maybe even a week or two of good viewing. The peak viewing is going to be about 3 weeks from now when it comes to this year. You're going to see about 15 to 20 meteors possible per hour. Now, how do you find this thing? You're going to look for the 3 stars in the sky that are attached together that look like a belt. And you're going to look off toward your southeast. You do it around midnight, best time to find it. Now, that's the constellation, that's the belt of Orion. You look west of that, and that's where all of our meteors are going to come from. So find 3 bright stars, look to your southeast, you'll see them. Coming up here next half hour, I've got a new look at Future Track. We're going to plan a little rain later today. It's not here yet. And then we'll also work you into your weekend and get all of your plans figured out. And a lot of events are happening this weekend. We're talking Jonas Brothers. We're talking Friday Night Rivals. Lots of things coming your way.
Thank you, Greg. 520 right now. Steer clear traffic. I-24 at the I-440 junction. Nice and smooth here this morning. Are seeing a little bit, a few more cars out there. But all in all, no backups, no delays. Everybody so far is on their best behavior to kick off your Thursday morning. We are crash free in the mid-state. Former President Donald Trump has been told to keep quiet. This all happening during his civil fraud trial in New York just yesterday. But this was part of a bigger warning to the entire courtroom issued after the former president was heard muttering with his lawyers during a witness testimony. Now, speaking at the time was Doug Larson, a real estate appraiser who voiced concerns with how the Trump organization was valuing its properties. Mr. Trump's lawyers accuse him of lying, and the former president is calling the entire trial a waste of time.
Any company coming to New York would be crazy because it's a setup. There's a rigged trial. We have a hostile group of people. We have a very hostile judge. I hate to say it. We have a very, very hostile judge, and I think everybody knows that, and we see that. But the good thing is we have all of the evidence on our side. They have nothing.
Mr. Trump has already been found liable for fraud, but the trial is proceeding on other accusations. The state is demanding $250 million and restrictions on Mr. Trump's businesses. Still to come here on Fox 17 News this morning on your Thursday, Metro Nashville government accepts millions of dollars to pay for school resource officers. Kelly Avellino explains why some of the council members for Nashville have concerns.
Alignment.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning at 5:24 right now. Crisis in the classroom and a report right now. Metro Council voting to accept $3.3 million worth of state grant money to partially pay for SROs, school resource officers throughout the district. But some council members are pushing to make changes. Here's Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino.
The state funding accepted by Metro Council Tuesday night will help pay for the 60-plus SROs currently in Metro high schools and middle schools. After the mass shooting at Nashville's Covenant Christian School earlier this year, the state legislature approved funding for an SRO in every school building at $75,000 an officer. But some Metro Council members reiterated their concern before the vote last night to take that money over the relationship between police and students. Opponents say more SROs could exacerbate a school-to-prison pipeline, with officers policing what should be school disciplinary matters. Councilmember Jeff Preptit says Metro Council should revisit the policies surrounding SROs in Metro schools, as he says it's not clear what issues police would handle versus school heads.
I think that we as a body need to explore how to better place policies that focus on non-carceral solutions and that focus not on criminalizing simple school disciplinary actions. I think that disruption is a classroom issue that should be dealt in the classroom, and that we should not be funneling our children through the prison industrial complex.
Others, like Council Member Bob Nash, say the arrest rate for Metro schools is very low, 12 arrests last year, according to MNPD, and that the majority of the incidences were serious, for instance, involving guns.
This is not serving as some pipeline to the prison system, with all due respect to my colleague.
Metro Police say as they make more hires, they'll add more SROs to Metro schools, including elementary schools. I'm Kelly Avellino for Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
And we're working our way toward the weekend, taking a look at downtown. We can see Lower Broadway. And this is not rain coming down now. This is just them washing down the street from last night. Beer trucks will be out there. They've got some of the lifts there working on the honky-tonks. This is just a typical morning. However, rain is moving in from West Tennessee. We're going to track that for you and what it means going into your weekend when the rain moves in, out, and how it messes with temperatures. Coming up in a few minutes as we go into our 5:30 half hour.
Greg, thanks. Steer clear traffic right now. I'm going to give you a live look from Briley Parkway at McGavick Pike. We had a lot of construction on Briley Parkway yesterday morning that caused a mess for morning commuters, but not the case this morning. Cones are up, looking good. No problems to report. We'll keep you posted in Steer Clear traffic again here in just a couple minutes. There's a new call this morning for the president of the Tennessee chapter of the NAACP to step down. We'll hear from the former president of the Nashville chapter of the group.
Ready? You're watching Fox 17 News this morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning. Right now on Fox 17 News this morning, we have an update to the story that we first brought you as breaking news yesterday. The house fire in Sumner County that we now know has claimed the lives of 2 children.
And we're waking up this morning, 2 live looks downtown. No rain just yet, but there will be some rain that moves in later this morning and toward the afternoon. We're going to track that coming up in your forecast.
Greg, thanks. Plus, steer clear traffic not looking too bad here on a Thursday morning. I know some of you might have a long weekend, so if this is your Friday, congratulations. We're going to help you get up, get out the door, and get where you're going on time. Thanks for joining us for Fox 17 News this morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell. Top story new this half hour happening today. A groundbreaking ceremony is set for the new Lakeview Elementary School. The new building for Lakeview Elementary will be constructed on the existing campus over the next several years. The updated school will have all kinds of new technology, as you would imagine, plus, as Metro Nashville Public Schools put it, facilities that are geared to create an efficient and effective learning environment. So we expect to be out there later this morning as they get ready for that groundbreaking. So we'll bring that to you here live on Fox 17 News.
Let's get to your forecast here on this Thursday and take a look again. We mentioned before the break about downtown Broadway, or I should say downtown and lower Broadway, and how things look wet. We've been talking about rain moving in today. It's not here. This is just them getting the day ready. You can literally see someone, if you look there right in the middle of your screen, hosing down lower Broadway. They're saying, hey, we were here, we did the thing, now we're getting rid of it, and we'll get ready for today. That's exactly what he is doing. Taking a look at your code red threat level. No code red weather. However, a few showers will take us into the weekend later today into tomorrow. We'll be done by Saturday and Sunday. And I've got our dog of the day photo loading up as we speak as well. So a lot of good things coming your way here. Before we did talk about a few showers and storms later this afternoon. 70 degrees will be your high temperature, nighttime temps. A little bit warmer tonight. Warm front brings in that chance for a few showers and storms. We'll talk about that the next time you see me here. But right now, we got to get you on the roadway.
All right, let's do it, Greg. Thank you very much. Let's check in on steer clear traffic and go to I-40 at Donaldson Pike. This is over by the airport this morning. Looking pretty good, all things considered. No big backups to get over to BNA. Quick reminder, though, if you are going to the airport and you've got a flight to catch, give yourself that 2 hours that you probably think you don't need. You do. So many changes to the drive around the airport, how you're going to park, how you're going to then get to the terminal, new security, all that good stuff. And it's all for the better in the long term, but right now it's just a little congested. So give yourself some time. We'll check in again on your traffic in just a couple minutes. We have an update this morning to a story that we first brought you as breaking news yesterday morning. We now know more about the fire that killed 2 children in Sumner County. All of it unfolding in Goodlettsville. Lots of teams from both Sumner County and Robertson County responded to this house fire that started around 1:15 yesterday morning. Tragically, by the time crews got there, the flames had already taken over. Firefighters found a 10-year-old named Braden Myers and a 4-year-old named Bellamy Myers dead in the home. One adult got out with no injuries. Another adult was treated at the scene. Fox 17 News talked with a man who has family living next door, and he says they all got out pretty quickly when they started to see the flames.
My cousin called me about a next door house fire going on, and I asked him, somebody call 911, and he said, yeah, some cross street lady call on 911.
Now, as of this morning, the TBI tells Fox 17 News they do not suspect foul play, but they're going through all the steps of the investigative process right now. And an update this morning on the shakeup at Nashville's NAACP. The president of the local branch is suspended, and today is calling for the president of the state chapter to step down. Tennessee President Gloria Sweetlove says that Vanita Lewis was suspended for, quote, actions undermining their mission. Well, when pressed on specifics, Sweetlove says there were complaints about Lewis's behavior toward coworkers. Lewis, who has been with the NAACP for quite some time, decades, says that she was shocked.
I just feel so hurt and troubled that the state president would set out to defame my character, but I do believe in my purest sense of honesty that it's really time for her to step down. 27 years or 25 years, that's too long, and you get set in your ways.
Well, and as I mentioned, Ms. Lewis herself has been working with the NAACP for decades. No response right now from the state NAACP president about the call for her to step down, but we'll keep you posted on this story. We have a Nashville woman who is behind bars right now. Metro Police say she helped plan the murder of a teenager in August. They've arrested 18-year-old Arlith Bonilla. She's charged with luring 17-year-old Israel Teniente into the Falcon View apartments in Madison back on August 8th. Teniente later found shot to death. Bonilla is charged with facilitating that killing. Police say they're still working to identify the suspected shooter. Just a moment of gratitude and thanks for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News this morning. We're glad to be your live local news source, always here for you through 9 a.m. Downtown Nashville looking good, currently sitting at about 54 degrees. You can check your time and temperature anytime on the right side of the screen. Good morning at 5:39 right now. New this morning, we have more than 60 refugees from Israel who are waking up safe in Nashville. Fox 17 News photojournalist David McClure is giving us a live look this morning from Nashville International Airport, where those refugees arrived on a rescue flight just yesterday. So a live look now at flights coming and going from Nashville. That flight yesterday also had 2 Holocaust survivors on board. So they're here in Nashville, fleeing the war between Israel and Hamas, and are safe here for now. So we saw celebrations as they got off the plane. We're going to continue to follow their stories as they get acclimated here in Nashville, and also continue to just let you know how things are going on over at the airport here on this Thursday morning.
To give us temperatures that go up. I hope my microphone's
on. Oh, there
on.
it is, Greg. I was going to say, there was...
It's Baby Friday.
It's here.
We're just trying here. I want to get you right to it and just give you all the information that you need to get you up and out the door. If sometimes you just see my lips moving and you don't hear me, I promise you eventually will. Take a look. 70 degrees later on this afternoon. We have temperatures that will be in the upper 60s tomorrow, and then by the time we get into the weekend, we're going to get rid of all of the rain. Now, there's no rain on the radar right now. I've been watching every 10 minutes. West Tennessee, starting to see a little bit of rain trickle toward the Memphis area, but we don't have anything here in Middle Tennessee or Southern Kentucky. However, today is National Kentucky Day. So all y'all waking up with us in Southern Kentucky, this is your day. I didn't make it, but enjoy it. It'll be a pretty good one here. And the weekend looks fantastic in the upper 60s and low 70s. Coming up next half hour, we're going to break down a couple more things for you here. We've got some concerts in town. We've got a few events that are happening. That's all coming your way in a few.
Greg, thanks. I was just mentioning Nashville International Airport. Let's get a real quick check now and steer clear traffic over there. Looking good, no backups. Traffic moving smoothly to and from Nashville from east of town. So this is all of the commuters who are coming in from, say, Donaldson, Hermitage, Mount Juliet, Lebanon. Good morning to you. I-40 looks great right now. You got no problems, and that's the case for everybody in the mid-state. There's not a single interstate right now that has a backup. So y'all are looking so good here about 20 minutes before 6 o'clock. Okay, are you spending more or just saving less? Or maybe both? Still to come, what you want to know about saving and spending in this rapidly changing economy. Still to come.
Get Black Friday deals early.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. I want to let you know we have a slight change in our primetime lineup tonight that you'll want to know about, and it's due to the president's address to the nation tonight. President Biden is expected to talk about the war in Israel. Fox 17 News will carry the president's speech starting live at 7 p.m. and then that'll last about 15 minutes or so. Our primetime shows will air in their entirety after that speech. So at 7:15-ish, we'll have Hell's Kitchen, and then at 8:15, Lego Masters, then at 9:15, Fox 17 News at 9. Well, new this morning, a little bit easier to get through downtown Nashville thanks to the brand new bridge that is officially fully open to traffic. Our Fox 17 News photojournalist Kevin Mumphrey is down there this morning giving us a live look, and we've definitely, seen some cars coming and going this morning. Not a lot of traffic, though. Look at those nice wide lanes. We got 6 lanes of traffic, wide sidewalks for all the pedestrians who are constantly crowding both sides of Broadway, coming and going in and out of downtown. And look at that traffic picking up here. So definitely needed improvements, not to mention the fact that this bridge was just really old. And the good news here, they're opening it a couple of weeks ahead of schedule. So, for those of you who are getting out and getting after it early, which these folks are, that's some great news for your commute. Right now, 5:46, let's send it over to our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bobus. Greg, I'm so ready for a little bit of rain. Our grass feels crunchy right now.
Everything is crunchy. I mean, we need a little bit of rain. Now, we're not in a really bad drought, but we're at the point to where, like you mentioned, a little rain goes a long way. So we'll get a little bit that moves in a little later this morning into the afternoon. But in the meantime, the water you're going to use this morning might just be for your morning cup of coffee. And then we'll see the rain move in a little later today. 54 degrees at 7 o'clock. 58 at 9 a.m. Our sunrise this morning. Almost about an hour from right now. It'll be a little before 7 a.m. So we'll start seeing our cameras have that sunrise come up and our sunset at 6:06. I'm going to look at going ahead when we're going to have daylight saving time end, because we're going to see our sunrises drift back before 5 p.m. in the next 3 weeks. Taking a look at our drought monitor. I'm showing you this now because I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and then I'm going to show you the same drought monitor in 3 hours when we get a brand new update, when we are your only live and local news source from 7 to 9. The drought monitor only comes out once a week. It is every Thursday around 8 a.m. We'll see if we've gotten better or worse and what that means for the rest of our week and going into the weekend. Again, no rain on the radar right now. Late morning into the afternoon, a couple of showers are going to kick up, but don't worry about anything getting you up and getting you out the door here to start off your Thursday. I call it Baby Friday. You can call it Friday Junior, or you can just flat out call it Thursday, but I like to look in an optimistic way. Let's see how Steer Clear traffic is looking.
Well, all in all this morning, Greg, it's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, we have not had a single thing to worry about, but I do want to show you this live look. I-40 at the I-24 junction. You see all those white lights? Those are the headlights, the little ants marching into Nashville on the morning commute. And boy, it's really starting to stack up. We've got a steady flow of traffic right now on I-24. This is coming in from Antioch, Laverne, Smyrna, Murfreesboro. No crashes or anything like that, but we are starting to see that morning commute already start to get a little thicker. We'll check back in just a couple of minutes on another spot to make sure you can get where you're going on time. But right now, y'all are looking good to go. No backups to get in your way. Despite rising prices for everything and higher interest rates on any money that you borrow, people don't seem to be slowing down spending. Fox Business correspondent Jerry Willis taking a look at how spending habits are impacting budgets.
Americans are back to doing what they do best, spending money. Retail sales for the month of September came in twice expectations, rising 0.7% last month, higher for the 6th straight month. But you have to wonder why. Consumers face considerable headwinds. Inflation rose 3.7% for the 12 months ended in September, while current mortgage rates closed in on 8%. Credit card delinquencies are at an 11-year high, and one economist now credits continuing strength in the jobs market.
That's really helping a lot of consumers stay afloat, despite all these really stiff headwinds that we're seeing from, a still elevated cost of living, interest rates rising, and even things like student loans starting up again.
Economists responded to the news by increasing their outlook for economic growth. Goldman Sachs raising its GDP estimate by 0.3 percentage point to 4.0%. That's the fastest growth in 2 years. But there could be a hangover. Savings rates appear to be slowing. According to a new ranking of the world's retirement systems, the U.S. received a C+ based on Social Security and 401ks. And economist Brune says she sees early evidence that consumers earning $100,000 and more and Gen Zers are pulling back on spending. Bottom line, consumers aren't always predictable, and just because inflation continues and rates rise, well, that doesn't mean folks will stop spending. In New York, Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
Yeah, we've seen all the reports about the higher credit card debt as well, so that is definitely a factor. All right, let's get a look at some headlines right now happening in our area. Let's go to Clarksville, where police are looking for the man you see here on your screen who is accused of carjacking his ex-girlfriend, Cordero Quarles, accused of kicking in the window of his ex-girlfriend's car yesterday afternoon, dragging her out of the car, and then taking off with that car. We're told the woman does have injuries but is expected to be okay. As Quarles was driving away, police say he also sideswiped another car before leaving the stolen car on Poston Street. He now faces charges of reckless driving and carjacking. Police say Quarles might be in the Lincoln Homes area of Clarksville. If you have any information, please call 911. Time right now is 5:51, and Fox 17 News is getting in the mood for spooky season, so get out your smartphones, get the camera ready. We're going to give you the QR code so you can win a $100 Visa gift card today in our Trick or Treat trivia question. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning, and happy Thursday. Friday Junior, Baby Friday, whatever you want to call it. We're one day closer to the weekend, and things are looking pretty good in Nashville. Right now, we are rain-free. But our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bobus, is tracking rain. In fact, we can see a big, long front of it headed our way, a distinguishable line of rain moving in for this afternoon. So we'll track that for you and let you know when it gets here in moments on Fox 17 News this morning. Right now, Universal Parks and Resorts bringing Halloween year-round to Sin City. You ready for this? Universal Horror Unleashed will feature classic characters like Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, and will be surrounded by haunting-themed bars and restaurants, especially at nighttime. It's a whole experience that will be located in the Vegas Entertainment District. Universal, no stranger, of course, to spooky-themed attractions with Halloween horror nights that happen at Universal Studios Florida. That's one of the top draws for people every year. Fascinating. So they're bringing this whole experience now to Vegas. Greg, have you been to Vegas?
I think so.
You don't remember?
No, I definitely.
Okay, then the answer is yes.
I definitely have, but it stays there, Jen.
That's true.
Have you been there?
Yeah, well, I'll never tell.
Taking a look here. You mentioned rain moving in from the west toward the east. Here is that line that's moving in. I've got lightning indicator turned on. I have severe weather indicator turned. We've got nothing when it comes to any strong weather, but this is definitely a line that is beginning to make its way closer and closer to Middle Tennessee. By the time we are done here, as you only live and local news source through 9 a.m., this is going to continue to move in this direction. And oh, look at what's right there. Yeah, we've got the metro area that could definitely be an impact zone here, I would say between 8, 9, 10, and 11 o'clock. So later into our drive times, thankfully not the early hours of our drive. We have our eyes glued to everything. We have a new update, the drought monitor coming here when it comes to who needs rain coming up in 2 hours. And now we'll take a look at your future track and when that rain does move in. 7 a.m., still not much happening. Like I mentioned, 8, 9, and then through noon, there will be a few showers. The best chance for rain is going to be afternoon into the evening in our forecast. We'll talk more about that. Look at your 7-day and then work you into a meteor shower. Now, I'm not going to get you hit by meteors, but we'll talk about when you can see them coming up in your forecast at 6 o'clock.
All righty, Greg, thanks so much. And steer clear traffic. Busy spots starting to pick up here. I-24 at the I-40 junction. And in fact, a little bit of a backup here as folks are trying to make their way from Antioch, Laverne, and Smyrna into Nashville. So this is what you're looking at. The headlights here is the traffic on I-24 westbound So trying to come up around that I-40 merge to get into Nashville. No crash reported here, just a lot of heavy traffic. And I'm also noticing right now, looking behind the scenes, we're starting to see the buildup down in Laverne and also up in Antioch. So we'll monitor those zones for you. Check in just a couple of minutes and also take you north of town and show you how things are shaping up near Trinity Lane. All right, you hear that sound? You know it's your chance to try to win a $100 Visa gift card. It's our Fox 17 Trick or Treat Trivia Contest. All you need to do is get your smartphone, open the camera, scan it at the QR code right there, and when you do that, a little link is going to pop up on your screen. You pop the link and that will get you registered to play today's trivia contest. You get the question right today, you could win that daily $100 Visa gift card and then get entered to win the $5,000 weekly drawing. Good luck. Google is adding new accessibility features to its app. So let's take a look at what they're changing here so that you know the next time you get online. The company is now updating its maps. So think Google Maps, Google Search, and Google Assistant. One of the new features on Google Maps allows you to find information about wheelchair accessible transit and wheelchair accessible places of business. Users can also easily find and support businesses that are owned by people with disabilities. So other features in all these changes for Google include auditory feedback of your surroundings. I'm not really sure what that means or how that translates. Auditory feedback of your surroundings, okay. And a new, what they're calling magnifier app on Google Pixel devices. Man, kind of hard to keep up with technology these days, isn't it? They change it so fast. Hey, speaking of fast, Thanksgiving is going to be here before we know it, and meals might be a little bit cheaper for folks who shop at Walmart and Aldi this year. Starting November 1st, both of those supermarket chains, Walmart and Aldi, say they will cut prices for a Thanksgiving or Christmas meal. Walmart shared that, for example, turkeys will be less than $1 a pound. That's an incredible price. Aldi says they're going to cut their prices in half on items like gravy, potatoes, pumpkin pies, and butter. Both of the chains say they just hope the price cuts will give a little extra relief to shoppers who have been dealing with stretched budgets. And I'm sure that's something that we could all appreciate.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning. Right now on Fox 17 News This Morning, we continue our coverage of the fallout after a youth football game fight where a parent is accused of bringing a gun on the field.
Forecast brings in rain later today into tomorrow. What it means for your weekend plans coming up in your forecast.
And right now, steer clear traffic. Gonna check out how things are moving along in the heart of Nashville. All right, we're gonna get your outlying commutes plus that the big loop commute here in moments. Thanks for joining us for Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell. Glad to be here for you as your live local news source through 9. Continuing coverage now on a big story that I know a lot of you have been keeping up with and reading about over on our website. The brawl at a youth football game in Jolton. That fight resulting in one of the teams now being forced to end the season. And there are other pieces of this puzzle we're going to put together for you. Overnight, this is video from the moment the Greenbrier coaches told the players and their parents that the 11 and 12-year-olds are done for the year. The decision comes on the heels of the fight that happened during the Greenbrier Bobcats Jolton Vikings game. Coaches and a parent ran out on the field. A dad got kicked out. We're talking about the man in the tan hoodie right there. He got kicked out because of the fight, but then came back. Another fight ensued. Threats were made. Parents called 911 saying he had a gun. At the end of the day, though, a lot of those parents say the children shouldn't be punished.
These are 12-year-olds that go to this middle school that are undefeated, and we're proud of it. They won the Super Bowl last year, too. So proud of them for winning the Super Bowl. But this year, you're out.
And again, this is video from that brawl that ensued, at least a part of it. Both parents and the coach that we talked with said that they wish the league would reconsider their decision. We'll let you know whether they do. In the meantime, we're curious, what do you think? Do you think that athletes should be punished for parents' actions at games? Right now, 78% of you say no. You've got time to vote. This is an open poll that's active right now on our Fox Nashville X account.
Here we go, getting into your 6 o'clock hour on a Thursday and taking a look at what your forecast holds for you. And take a look at the left side of your screen. It's moving. It's moving slow, but it's coming here. We have the chance for some rain to move in a little bit later today. What I'm going to do is put this into motion over the last 2 hours just to kind of give you an idea of how quickly it is moving. It's not a real fast mover now, but by the time we get to 8, 9 o'clock this morning in the Nashville area, there will be some rain that does start to move in. So we're going to be tracking this for you as it moves into our western counties in Middle Tennessee and through southern Kentucky. You will know when it begins to move in. That I'll give you a track every 10 minutes. But right now, it's just not quite here just yet. Taking a look, getting you up and out the door. Temperatures are going to be in the 40s and 50s to start off this Thursday. 54 at 7 o'clock. We'll be at 55 at 8 a.m., 58 will be your temperature at 9 o'clock. So the forecast overall, not all that bad. Coming up in 5 minutes, we're meeting your dogs, plural, of the day, and we'll continue to watch that radar for you. Jen?
Okay, Greg, thank you. Right now, 6:04. Let's do a little traffic stretch so we can get warmed up for the commute, shall we? Get a little stretch going here. Get ready for what we know is going to be a Nashville drive. That means pack the patience, get a good mindset before you run into a little bit of traffic like this. I-65 at Trinity Lane. The headlights, that's all traffic coming into Nashville right now, and it is starting to bunch up a little bit. I'm checking TDOT, and I would say the backup for your northern commute. So for everybody coming into Nashville this morning, north of town, a little bit backed up, but not to Dickerson Pike or Briley Parkway yet. We'll let you know if that happens in our next Steer Clear traffic report. Plus, we'll take you around town and see how everything else is looking. Right now, the good news, we are crash free in the mid-state.
Despite their grief, the Holloway family kept fighting for justice for Natalie.
Well, finally, closure for Natalie Holloway's family. Can you believe it has been 18 years since a man killed that Alabama teenager, Natalie Holloway, when she was in Aruba on vacation? He has confessed to killing her, and that's something that people have suspected all along. This is Natalie Holloway. Her mom says that they finally do feel justice after Joran Vandersloot admitted to killing their daughter in 2005 in Aruba. Vandersloot said he killed Holloway after she resisted his advances.
I got the answer I've been searching for the past 18 years. Joran Vandersloot's confession means we have finally reached the end of our never-ending nightmare. And for me, reaching the end of the nightmare, being over, is better than closure.
Wow. Now, Vandersloot pleaded guilty to killing and admitted to how he killed Natalie Holloway in exchange for extortion and fraud charges. See, he was trying to get money from Natalie Holloway's mom in exchange for giving her information about what happened to Natalie. He confessed to the murder as part of a plea deal, and all of this, Vandersloot sentenced to 20 years in prison. By the way, he's also currently serving time for the killing of another young woman. It is 6:06 right now, and boy, we got a lot to get caught up here on your Thursday morning. Right now, a live look into downtown Nashville. Currently 55 degrees. Things are going to warm up today, and the rain moves in. We'll keep tracking it for you every few minutes and let you know when it gets here in your backyard on Fox 17 News this morning.
Trick or treat trivia. It's
New this morning at 6:09, there are more than 30 refugees from Israel who are waking up in Nashville. Fox 17 News photojournalist David McClure is giving us a live look from Nashville International Airport, where they all arrived on a rescue flight just yesterday. Members from the Jewish community came to the airport to celebrate with this group, included 2 Holocaust survivors who are also now here in the mid-state. So we're live over on the flight deck this morning watching flights come and go. There's a Southwest flight. And listen, things are looking good at the airport. No major delays, no flight cancellations. Weather's looking good so far. So if you got to get to the airport, things are smooth sailing. And just a quick welcome to all of those folks who are now with us here in Nashville from Israel as they wait for their next steps in a safe place.
And here we are at 6:09. Let's take a look and hear a little story here about our dogs of the day. Well, we've got Holly and Noelle. First of all, look at how beautiful they are. I mean, it can't get much better than that. Holly, Noelle, I would take a fraction of your hair at this point in my life. Taking a look at the forecast for today, we have temperatures that are going to be in the upper 50s at 9 a.m., noon, 66 degrees, 70 at 3 p.m. We are looking at a forecast that is going to be great, but it will bring in a little rain late morning into the afternoon when it comes to the Nashville area. The rain band that I've been tracking and watching is dying down as it moves closer to us, so it'll be a little more sporadic than across the board, but a few showers will be out there late morning into the afternoon. Keep that in mind for dog walking. High temperatures today will be in the upper 60s to right near 70 degrees. How do you send in your photos? Right there in the banner at the top of your screen, you can see Facebook, that logo right there. You go there on your app and you go and you find my Facebook page, meteorologist Greg Bobus, that pinned post that has that picture. Very easy. That's how you submit your dog of the day.
All righty, Greg, thank you so much. A moment ago, I mentioned a slowdown I-65 at Trinity Lane. Nothing out of the ordinary. Right now, we're going to take you over to I-24 at Waldron. Also, nothing out of the ordinary here. We are already seeing that extra volume pick up. Everybody making their way into Nashville. Let's go over to I-65 at the I-24 junction, though. This just popped up. We've got a car that's pulled off to the left shoulder, maybe 2. And boy, this is causing a huge brake check right now. So this is over by Trinity Lane. So I'm going to just check here real quick and see. I believe this is near Trinity Lane. I'll double check that for you. See if I can figure out what's going on, and we'll get to this. Brand new. I mean, just popped up as I was speaking. So we'll get to this in your next Steer Clear Traffic Report.
I'm Angela Brown in Washington, D.C. The trade-off that some states are offering to lure college graduates to work in their state. Why it could be a win-win when it comes to the student loan debate.
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Happy Thursday. It's October 19th. October 19th, fall in full effect here, and you can almost see it on the sunrise at the skyline here. Looking so pretty to start your Thursday. Rain's on the way, a little bit milder this morning than what we've seen earlier this week. Currently 55 in Nashville, 47 in McMinnville. Good morning to all of our friends in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky. Glad you're starting your day with us. The list of states offering to pay off student loan debt is now growing, and many of these states are desperate for skilled workers. National correspondent Angela Brown explains.
We're talking about states with an aging population. Most states have a worker shortage, and they're basically offering this trade-off. Come to work in our state and we'll pay off some of your student loan. The deal is those jobs may be in rural areas or maybe underserved communities. This October report from the Hechinger Report found 42 out of 50 states are now offering some sort of loan repayment or forgiveness for certain fields if college graduates work in their state and stay a while.
States have looked at their population and said, oh, wait a minute, we don't have enough veterinarians. There's 4 or 5 states in the West that are offering to pay your student loans if you come live there and practice for a period of time.
Take Utah. Doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals who work at least 3 years in underserved areas in Utah can get up to $75,000 of their student loans paid off. In South Carolina, if you teach in both a critical subject and a critical geographical area, your loans will be forgiven at 33 1/3% or $5,000 for each full year of teaching. Career specialist Julie Balke has this advice for young people.
You know, what I would tell young people in this situation is, this city in this state might not be the most exciting place, but if you go there for a couple years and you can get a good portion of your debt paid off or your loan forgiven, It's going to be a long-term win for you.
In Washington, D.C., I'm Angela Brown.
Angela, thank you very much. 6:16 is the time right now, and I just stepped out to get a little snack a second ago.
Yeah.
I did not get any coffee, though, Greg.
Oh, well, let me hook you up during the next commercial break, because you got to have some coffee. It's just you and me rolling together here. We're doing this thing and making sure people know what's going on. You also Doc Brown me from Back to the Future.
How?
When you said it was August today. I was going, are we in the future? Are we in the past? Where are we? That's where we're at right now, but we are in October. This is just one of those mornings here. Welcome to your Thursday. We've got your forecast for you. And we mentioned coffee. This is very ironic. This was not even pulled up before you mentioned that or told me. It was just already going to be the first graphic I used. Your coffee cast this morning. Get the extra cup of coffee if you need it. We have temperatures that are going to be in the 50s here to start off today. Our sunrise will be in exactly 40 minutes from right now. Our sunset will be at 6:06 later on for our sunset. Right side of your screen, we do have current temperatures that will be there all the way through 9 a.m. We've got your forecast for the day ahead and the next day ahead and the next day ahead. I don't have your August forecast, though. We did meet our dogs the day we had Noelle and Holly, and we'll talk about them much more and also show you how to submit them when it comes up to our overall forecast going into the next half hour. But let's take a look at your 7-day. What can you expect for the rest of today into the rest of this week? I will tell you this morning, a few showers just to the west of the Tennessee River here. So they're not in the viewing area just yet, but they will be very shortly. Will be a touch warmer. We have temperatures in the upper 60s for your Friday. We'll stay there for your Saturday, and then right near 70 degrees on Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, very good looking days. Your weekend outlook when it comes to daytime, nighttime temperatures, and any fluctuations we've seen here throughout the morning, that's coming straight your way in just a few minutes. And right now, oh, Jen, what do we got going on here?
Well, listen, we got a big brake check at the I-65, I-24 merge point, and we've have at least one, maybe two, kind of hard to make out, cars off on the left shoulder here. And just the simple act of having two cars stalled out on the shoulder causes this kind of backup in the morning commute. If you are new to Nashville, this is just how we roll. So I do want to warn you, this is the backup as you approach Trinity Lane this morning from north of Nashville on I-65. You could take Ellington Parkway, it looks good. You could take Dickerson Pike, that looks pretty good as well. No crash that I can tell, but for some reason, we've got these cars off to that left shoulder. So just trying to help you steer clear. Looks like they're currently traveling at about 10 miles an hour. So barely getting by here right now. Some sad news this morning as a U.S. Marine has been killed at North Carolina's Camp Lejeune. It happened last night, and another Marine suspected to be involved in that death is now in custody this morning. According to a statement from Camp Lejeune, that Marine died after an incident in a barracks room on base. It's still not been released officially how the Marine died or what led up to the death. The U.S. Department of Defense has also not yet responded to a request for comment. 6:19 and happening right now. Traffic is flowing much better in downtown Nashville than it is on I-65. That's thanks in part to the new Broadway Bridge that is currently all open and back to full flowing traffic. So live look from Kevin Mumphrey, our photojournalist out there this morning, giving us a shot. And as I mentioned, traffic is looking good right now. Not a lot of it, but what's out there, you've got 6 lanes of traffic to get through to and from downtown Nashville, plus nice wide sidewalks for all those pedestrians who choose to walk or bike or whatever. So really a big improvements, and the good news here, they finished ahead of schedule, about 2 weeks early on the project. Operation Crime and Justice right now, we have a 14-year-old boy who is now charged with driving around Nashville in a stolen SUV. Police say that 14-year-old took the SUV from the Nashville Fairgrounds back on October 7th. Turns out that SUV belongs to a woman from Alabama. And after searching the car, when police finally got that 14-year-old pulled over, this is what they found: a handgun and pot, plus lots of ammunition. That 14-year-old is being charged as a juvenile with auto theft, unlawful gun possession, having pot, resisting arrest, and escaping police. As the war between Hamas and Israel continues, supporters of the Free Palestine movement protest and rally in Nashville. I'll tell you what they had to say, still to come.
Some days just get...
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Protests and rallies are popping up across the country in support of the Free Palestine movement and members with the Jewish Voices for Peace holding a sit-in in the heart of our nation's capital. You can see this group holding a sign that says, "Jews say ceasefire now." This group gathering inside the Camden building on Capitol Hill just yesterday, they called it ceasefire now. And they're calling on the Biden administration to call for a ceasefire in Gaza. They want to de-escalate the violence and prevent further loss of life. Now, the members of this group, as you can see, holding up all those signs. We do know that there were several arrests because this was technically against the laws that are set for gathering inside that building. Demonstrators, both inside and outside. Other members of the group rallying in other parts of our nation's capital. For example, there were folks outside of the White House yesterday doing the same thing. Now, back here at home, we have also had rallies here in the mid-state. In a Nashville, rally in support of the Free Palestine movement happening over the weekend. There is another one planned for this Sunday at Public Square Park. Let's get a quick check at your weekend outlook because it is right around the corner. Things are looking so good, except for maybe a cloud here or there. But overall, make those plans. Great fall feeling, no frost or freeze. Highs 68 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday, and lows in the 40s. So really couldn't ask for a better weekend weather-wise. Traffic, on the other hand, less than desirable right now for our north of town commuters. We've got some cars with flashers off on the left shoulder here where I-65 and I-24 merge. This is already a problem spot, only made worse. So TDOT, I was just checking again here real quick. TDOT has still not officially said whether this is a crash or whether somebody has just had car trouble. Oh, hang tight. Hang tight. I just got an update. Okay, they are calling this a crash, which we kind of suspected. But yeah, two cars involved in this crash right here. This is inbound to Nashville. So I would say if you're waking up this morning and you've got to get to downtown or south of there, you know, anywhere where you've got to go through downtown Nashville and you're north of town, I would say just go ahead and take Dickerson Pike or Gallatin Pike. It'll just get you around this. I was looking at the speeds right now. Folks are barely moving along at like 5 or 10 miles an hour, and that's just not a good way to try to get through Nashville. So this is the biggest problem spot that we have right now in the mid-state. I'm checking right now, no other crashes anywhere else, but we're going to go to your I-24 drive time in our next Steer Clear traffic report. We have an update this morning on that house fire that started yesterday morning in Goodlettsville. We brought it to you as breaking news. Sadly, we have learned 2 children died in that fire. The latest updates from investigators here this morning.
We want to say thank you to our...
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Hey there, welcome on into Fox 17 News This Morning. Drama with the NAACP in Tennessee. There's a new call for the president of the state chapter to step down. We're going to hear from the former president of the Nashville chapter who just got suspended. As I mentioned, high drama playing out. We'll get you updated. Plus right now in the weather department, look at the sunrise. Gorgeous to start this Thursday. Man, loving the colors. Kind of a little bit of a like Halloween spooky feel, but looks good now. Rain's on the way. Greg's tracking it in moments. Plus, the biggest problem in Steer Clear traffic is right here on your screen right now. This is north of Nashville. As you approach Trinity Lane, we've got 2 cars in a crash. Still no TDOT, still no police. We're going to help you steer clear. Thank you for joining us for Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell. Glad to be here for you to kick off your Thursday. Happening today, here's some positive news. There's a groundbreaking ceremony that's set for a new elementary school. This is going to be the all new and improved Lakeview Elementary. The new building is going to be built on the existing campus over the course of several years. This is a big project. The updated school will eventually have all new technology and facilities that are supposed to help create a more efficient and effective learning environment. So we got the map right here to show you where it's going, and that groundbreaking today will be there. We'll tell you how it goes. Right now, as promised, Greg is here to track that rain that's moving in for today.
I mean, we're here every day for you, making sure you know what is going on. So you were right. I will give you that promise right here. Taking a look at not just rain, but also visibility. We have no rain right now, but the rain is getting closer and closer to our western counties. And in the next hour, we're going to be actively tracking every 10 minutes as it moves in. But there's nothing to worry about right now when it comes to fog or rain. So say you're leaving right now and you're going to be where your destination is in the next half hour or hour, you're going to be fine. But if you leave a little bit later, we're going to watch out for that here. A few showers for your Thursday are going to be there. They're going to work in this morning into the afternoon. The weekend outlook, I have kept things basically right where they were at yesterday morning. So I love when I can keep a weekend outlook looking good and not go, well, now we have to have some rain. That's not the case this time around. We do have some warmer weather coming, though, when it comes to your overall forecast. So let's just look at it here. 70 degrees today, 68 for Friday and Saturday. But look at next week. Maybe you want a little flash of warmth and some sunshine and some dry times. We have middle 70s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and warmer nights Tuesday and Wednesday night as well.
Okay, Greg, thank you so much. I want to draw your attention in steer clear traffic right now over to the airport. We just got an alert from TDOT that they are experiencing heavier than normal traffic volume getting off the exit here for Nashville International Airport. That's where you can see the sign that says BNA. Now, traffic overall on I-40 is not bad. I mean, a little heavy coming in. That's where we see the headlights. But getting off at the airport where you see the tail lights, that's the backup. A quick reminder for you, you can always take the second of two exits for Nashville International Airport. Also want to remind you, we're still monitoring this crash. Looks like we got another car off to the shoulder now. This is where you merge to come approach a Trinity Lane on I-65 to come into downtown Nashville. TDOT waiting on him, waiting on police to try to get this thing cleared out so traffic can resume. We're at a near standstill on I-65 right now. You can take Dickerson Pike or Gallatin Pike to come on into downtown. We have an update now to a story that we first brought you as breaking news yesterday morning. We've learned more about the fire that killed 2 children in Sumner County. Teams from both Robertson and Sumner County responding to this house fire around 1:15 yesterday morning. Our news crews were out there starting in the 4 o'clock hour. Tragically, by the time help got there, the flames had already taken over, and firefighters found 10-year-old Braden Myers and 4-year-old Bellamy Myers dead in the home. One adult got out with no injuries, but another adult had to be treated there at the scene. Just a tragic story in this community. This is just off Highway 31 at Flat Ridge Road. Fox 17 News talked with a man who has family that lives next door to this fire and says that they all got out quickly as soon as they saw the flames.
My cousin called me about a next door house fire going on, and I asked him, somebody call 911, and he said, yeah, some cross street lady call on 911.
Right now, as we have checked in with the TBI, they're reporting that they do not suspect foul play in this fire, but their investigation continues this morning. Happening right now, we go to Clarksville for a crime alert. Police are looking for the man on your screen right here. They say he carjacked his ex-girlfriend, Cordero Quarles, accused of kicking in the window of his ex-girlfriend's car yesterday, dragging her out, and then stealing her car. We're told that that woman does have injuries but is expected to recover. As Quarles was driving away, police also say he sideswiped somebody else and then ditched the stolen car on Poston Street. So he's facing all kinds of charges this morning. Police say they really want to get this guy off the streets. He might be in the Lincoln Homes area. So if you have any information, call 911 right away. 6:35 and an update now on the shakeup within the NAACP here in Tennessee. The president of our local Nashville branch is suspended. And now she's calling for the president of the state chapter of the NAACP to step down. Let's try to sort out the drama here. Okay, Tennessee President Gloria Sweetloves says Vanita Lewis, the Nashville chapter president, got suspended for, quote, actions undermining their mission. Well, when pressed for specifics, Ms. Sweetloves said that there were complaints about Vanita Lewis's behavior toward co-workers here at the Nashville chapter. Lewis, who has been with the NAACP for decades, says she was shocked.
I just feel so hurt and troubled that the state president would set out to defame my character, but I do believe in my purest sense of honesty that it's really time for her to step down. 27 years or 25 years, that's too long, and you get set in your ways.
Now, mind you, Ms. Vanita Lewis has also been with the NAACP for decades. So far, no response from the state president about the calls for her to step down. We'll keep you posted on that story and so many others, both on air and online at fox17.com. We got you covered 24/7. Right now, another gorgeous look at that sunrise. Boy, that's just pretty, you know, just nice. We don't have windows here in the studio, so this is our window to the world when we get these live looks. Quick reminder for you, time and temperature on the right side of the screen. Headlines and drive times scrolling at the bottom.
Liberty Mutual customized my...
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Oh my goodness. Hey, if you are listening but not watching, check this out. Look at the live look from the airport this morning. It's like a purple haze. How gorgeous is this? Thanks to our photojournalist, David McClure, who's given us this live look right now from Nashville International Airport. We've been watching traffic over there. It's backed up a little bit as you get off the airport. Give yourself that good solid 2 hours to get where you're going. And we've been watching a lot of flights take off and land this morning, but cannot get over the colors there. What a pretty start to the morning. Let's check the big board over at B&A. I mentioned earlier, we really don't have any major problems on the flight deck. In fact, every flight that we see right here, these are Southwest, Delta, Spirit, American flights this morning, all on time. So they're either on schedule for departure, they've already taken off, but all in all, things are looking really good. Now, we are tracking rain that's moving our way. Not the kind of rain that really impact your flight, but we do want to let you know as it approaches where it's going to be next. So let's check in with Greg to find out.
Yeah, so right now, think southern Kentucky and our westernmost counties in middle Tennessee. Nothing near Nashville just yet. It likely won't get here until 8:30 until 9 o'clock and even beyond then. Our best chance for some rain. So let's start talking about weekend, and then we'll backtrack and we will literally track what is out there. But it's just starting to skirt into the area. Beautiful sunrise, but maybe you got some kiddos. I remember being a kid and getting in the costume and going to a special little event. Well, we've got Boo at the Zoo. Now, what is better for a kid than zoo animals, costumes, pictures, a dance floor where you parade around your costume to music. You have a scary-go-round carousel of animals you can ride, 10 trick-or-treat stations. You can take home the candy you get, and also special animal shows. This weekend, Saturday, Sunday, no weather worries. If this is something you might want to do, you can find an article about it on fox17news.com, and you can also get out there and just enjoy yourself here as we lead into the Halloween weekend. Less than 2 weeks away till Halloween.
It's going to be here before we know it, Greg. Thank you so much. 6:41 is the time. Checking I-24 at Hickory Hollow Parkway. All of our friends commuting in this morning on I-24. Pretty typical backups, all right? You're going to hit that slow zone and do the brake check as you're coming through Laverne and up to Antioch. No crashes, so that's the good news in that part of your morning commute. Now let's see what TDOT is checking out right now. I-65 at the I-24 junction. This is where we have had a huge backup as a result of a couple of cars and a fender bender. So TDOT kind of giving us a little swerve around here to see what they can find. If you need to avoid this backup on I-65 inbound to Nashville, near Trinity Lane, you can take Ellington Parkway, Dickerson Pike, or Gallatin Pike to get into town. Well, I know a lot of you are curious. We keep asking questions on the daily. How long is this auto worker strike going to go on? And what's the overall impact to the economy? We're going to work to answer those questions next. Happening tonight, the president is going to address the nation in a speech, and so that is going to impact our primetime lineup. So I just wanted to give you a heads up to some programming changes for later tonight. President Biden is expected to address the nation about the war in Israel tonight at 7 o'clock. We will carry that live, and then that's going to shift the rest of our programming. So Hell's Kitchen should be on around 7:15. Lego Masters 8:15, and then Fox 17 News at 9. Going to go on a little bit late at 9:15 tonight. Netflix. Just when you thought they were maybe done with these price hikes, no, they're raising the prices on their plans again. The company has now said that for their subscription services, the prices are jumping more than 10%. They started cracking down on password sharing. Users who are on the basic plan, which by the way is no longer even offered to new customers, they're having to pay more, $2 more a month. The premium plan is going up to $23 a month. Netflix says the price hikes start immediately. They started with that, you can't share anymore, and they're going to do this, that, and the other, and then lost a bunch of customers. And now they're touting the fact that they've got all these new subscribers and they're making all, this more money. So they're just gonna keep charging everybody.
What I want to see, Jen, is the lost members versus the gained members.
Yeah. Yeah. Follow.
The percentage comparison. Do you remember back in the day when Netflix was, you would get a DVD to your home?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
And then you have to send it back and you can get a new one. And it was like $8 a month, if even that. Now we're $23 to turn my TV on.
Well, and if you do streaming, I think you usually have to have more than one thing,
Oh,
right, to get
for
all
sure.
of the stuff you want to watch. So then you look at the end of the bill and you're like, well, should I just have kept cable? I don't know.
We all cut the cord, and the cord cut us back.
No.
That's kind of what happened. Taking a look here at your forecast, I want to track a few things for you here this morning. Not a whole lot happening for, I would say, 95% of us. But if you are in southern Kentucky or our far westernmost counties, let's put some tracks on this incoming light rainfall. It is dying down. I'm going to show you one thing before I track, and that is we're going to go from yellows to greens. That means that our rain has gotten lighter. So here the yellows come in. And now they are back into the green territory. We've had no lightning, no thunder. But let's go into southern Kentucky first here. Katie's, you're just ending up with the rain here. But Hoptown, you are up next. You have not seen any rain overnight into this morning. This is moving about 35 miles an hour. So about 10, 15 minutes from right now, if you're heading out the door, maybe you're going down I-69, heading down, and then catching 24 down toward Nashville, just know that rain will be chasing you as you're going. It doesn't go all that fast, but it will be there. And then moving even more to the south and taking a look here into southern Kentucky. What do we have, or I should say, middle Tennessee from southern Kentucky? What do we have to contend with? Areas like Red Top, Cumberland City, Bear Spring. We're talking about 10 to 15 minutes as well. So we'll keep our eyes on this. We're going to actively track every 10 minutes through 9 a.m. But right now, Jen has mentioned earlier this morning, we don't have any windows, but we're going to give you a look out your weather window.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
It's the time of year for fall fog. This is near Washington's Mount Rainier with a cap of lenticular clouds over the summit. Elsewhere, a recent October fog bow, a relative of the rainbow. Both need sun and water droplets to form, but a rainbow's water droplets are larger than those of a fog bow. The smaller drops diffract the light or spread it out, which makes fog bows appear white.
For more content like this, follow the National Weather Desk on Instagram.
Time for traffic. Let's get into it because some of you are going to be late if you don't listen to our Steer Clear detours. We're here to help you. Police have finally arrived at this crash on I-65 at the I-24 junction. All right, it looks like they've got these cars moved over to maybe a grassy area so that they can help traffic move a little bit better. Still incredibly backed up, I'd say about to Dickerson Pike right now. So if you're north of Nashville and you're watching or listening, if you don't want to be late, to your appointment in Nashville or beyond, and you got to come through downtown, I would say take Dickerson Pike, Gallatin Pike, or even Ellington Parkway to come into downtown Nashville. I just see something that's popped up in steer clear traffic on I-40 on the west side of town. We'll go there next. The United Auto Workers have continued to strike, and it is taking a toll on the economy, whether it's the car companies or local economies and beyond. With the two sides still far apart on a new contract, they could be forced to make some tough decisions here. We've already seen layoffs with some of the big three automakers. Fox News correspondent Bill Melton has the latest.
With the United Auto Workers strike now in month 2, automakers and the businesses that rely on them are feeling the heat.
About a third of the suppliers in general are in some financial difficulty.
Through 5 weeks, the strike has cost the industry more than $7.5 billion, nearly half of those losses being felt by the big three Detroit automakers and putting a major strain on the economy in Michigan.
We've already had a lot of damage done, but we're in the danger zone in terms of being able to sustain all the investments that we have and all the businesses we have now.
While production on popular vehicles like trucks may survive the strike, smaller crossover vehicles with less demand may not.
If we don't get back to work right away, I do think that there will be entire production lines on the chopping block.
Despite those bleak predictions, workers on the picket lines are standing firm and say their fight is for everyone.
We out here for y'all. If we get paid more, you get paid more. Everybody eats.
The strike is also forcing companies to shift gears as they make plans for the future. Stellantis announced this week it would pull out of CES 2024, the Las Vegas tech trade show scheduled for January, citing the ongoing cost of the strike. And GM also postponed its investor day until early 2024. That's a signal to some that this standoff is not set to end anytime soon. Bill Melugin, Fox News.
In consumer news right now, looks like some of us could see our heating bills go down this winter, but this is not connected to your power bill, which is expected to go up. The Energy Information Administration predicts that natural gas costs could drop in the next few months. All this comes after big increases that we had last year. I don't know if you noticed, but gas bills were much higher last year than normal. Savings expected to amount to about $160 over the winter if you have natural gas to heat your home. So you could save $160 over a few months. Propane prices are also expected to be down. They're saying about 3% or so. Looking ahead, Tennessee Highway Patrol is inviting folks to take part in their Nashville Citizens Academy. So if you've ever wanted to learn more about what they do and how they do it, this is your chance. The Citizens Academy starts October 26th. It meets once a week until December 7th. It's a 3-hour-long class. It's at 5:45 p.m. on Thursdays. Again, starting next week. You'll get hands-on instruction and training from state troopers and other department personnel. Classes will be at the Tennessee Highway Patrol and the Department of Homeland and Security Training Center. We've got the information right there for you on your screen if you want to get signed up. Are you looking to make your Thanksgiving spread affordable this year, truly affordable? We're going to tell you a couple of big grocery stores that are offering big deals to help you save some money. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Taking a live look right now. Beautiful sunrise to start your Thursday. It's October 19th. Just a few minutes before 7, where we will be your only live local news source that'll have you covered with your weather, traffic, and news updates. Hey, speaking of the weather, Greg is tracking a big rain front as we speak. So make sure you stick around for that with those updates every few minutes. I know many of you are already preparing for Thanksgiving, and here's some good news. Meals will be a little bit cheaper for folks who decide to shop at 2 grocery stores. Aldi and Walmart have announced that starting November 1st, both of them will be slashing prices for items that you would include in a Thanksgiving or a Christmas meal. Walmart sharing that turkeys will be priced at less than $1 a pound. That's a good price. Aldi says they're going to cut cost by half on items like gravy, potatoes, pumpkin pie, and butter. Both of the chains say they just hope they're, giving a little extra relief to shoppers who are dealing with inflation and stretched budgets. Steer clear of traffic right now. We've had it's kind of turned into an interesting morning of sorts. So I just want to get you updated on a couple of issues. First of all, we do still have the leftover of a crash on I-65 where it merges with I-24 north of Nashville. This is as you approach Trinity Lane. As y'all know, this is already a very congested morning commute. It's backed up on I-65 and I-24. So if you would like to take a detour, you could take Ellington Pike, you could take Dickerson Pike or Gallatin Pike. All three of those run parallel to I-65 going in and out of Nashville. So you could just pick those if you're plugging it into Waze as one of your alternate routes. One of the other spots that I was watching just a moment ago was I-40 at I-440. We had a U-Haul truck broke down. They had to get a tow truck in place to get it out of the way, and it nearly caused a crash, but it looks like that's cleared. So no problems. I-40 west of Nashville. We will check in again on steer clear traffic. We'll check that I-24 commute here in just a few minutes.
Oh, typically I go, when can I leave and go home? But if I was driving in that route right now, either of those you just mentioned, I'd be going, hey, maybe call the boss and stay a little bit later. Taking a look here at your forecast, we're always tracking what is going on. And Doppler radar for us here right now, the majority of us have absolutely nothing. However, if you are in southern Kentucky, you're in the Hopkinsville area, let's talk real quick before you get out the door. Ooh, it's catching up. It's catching up to you. If you're going to go I-60, or I should say I-69 down toward 24 in the next 15 minutes, that rain's going to catch up to you. It'll be on the windshield. It's very light. You can tell what lighter rainfall is when you look at the color on the map. When you're in greens, that means you're good to go. We're going to have a new look at future track, and when this entire band that you're seeing moves toward the Nashville metro area, it is all moving in this direction, and that includes Nashville itself. We're going to look at that coming up as we go into our 7 o'clock hour and become your only live and local news source.
You hear that music? You know it's time to grab your cell phone. We know it's close by anyways. Open up the camera, scan the QR code, and get a chance to win a $100 Visa gift card. I think goes without saying, we could all use an extra $100 these days. So again, scan the QR code that is about to pop up on your screen right here. And what's going to happen when you scan the code is it will give you a link. You click on the link, you register to answer today's trivia question. You get it right, you get that chance to win the $100 Visa gift card. And you're entered to win the $5,000 weekly drawing. So we want to wish you some good luck. And stick with us. Our 7 o'clock hour starts now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
I'm at a loss for words, to be honest. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Dozens of Israelis have escaped, and they're here in Nashville. We're going to talk about the ceremony as they got to Nashville International Airport, how this was made possible, and why these folks decided to make Nashville their temporary home.
We are waking up right now. We talked all week long about rain chances, changing timelines, when we could expect it. It's moving in as we speak. I'm going to time it for you and track it for you every 10 minutes. All the way through 9 o'clock, we'll meet your doctor today. We'll also look ahead to a few events this weekend.
And at 7 o'clock right now, we're going to get your commute all wrapped up for you and figure out what's going on here. This looks like your commute in from I-24 this morning, which is just about at a standstill. Yeah, this is I-24 at Hickory Hollow Parkway. We'll get you updated here on this in moments. Thanks for joining us for Fox 17 News This Morning. Glad to be here for you. I'm Jennifer Waddell, and we are your live local news source from 7 until 9 a.m.
Because a lot of these people were in bomb shelters up until the moment that they left for the airport.
Continuing coverage now of the war in Israel and how things are hitting close to home. More than 60 people on a special rescue flight spent their first night in Nashville and are now waking up with us here in Music City, and emotions still running high as people from Israel are, meeting friends and some of them reuniting with family right here in Music City. Daryl Heading is the director of the Shy Fund. That's the local group that made this whole flight possible. And Morris Reiger, the first to get off the plane with his 2 sons. He says it's a huge relief because he was in an area impacted by the Hamas bombings just 2 miles from the border with Gaza.
We've also lived in the general conflict area with rockets for quite some time. So, I mean, the rockets were never really, that's not a new experience, but having people trying to come and murder us in our own home, that certainly is.
My goodness. Several other members from the Jewish community came to the airport to celebrate their arrival. In fact, listen to this. There are 2 Holocaust survivors who were on this flight, now here in Nashville. The organizers of Shy Fund tell Fox 17 News their focus is now providing all of these people with the resources they need while they're here. And if another flight is needed, they say they will work to try to provide one. But they say right now, the demand is not high enough. In your community this morning, the Franklin Police Department has promoted 2 officers. In a special ceremony, the department promoted Amy Butler to lieutenant, Officer Dustin Stevens to sergeant. They say honesty, integrity, and leadership played a big role in their promotions and this decision to move them on up. It's 7:02 right now. I mentioned just a moment ago that Greg is tracking rain as it gets here to the mid-state a little bit later today.
That we are. And taking a look at Doppler radar, I'm going to show you the current picture. And I always do this, through the morning to let you kind of know where we have gone to get to how we're at right now and then where we're going to continue to move forward, because it gives perspective to the entire weather scenario. So here is right now, and here is me rewinding. Imagine your VHS back in the day, the slow rewind. Here's 2 hours ago. Look at the yellows pop up, and then they die down, moving closer to us. What this tells me is what we expected. Everything is getting a little bit weaker as it moves in. But Hopkinsville, if you're with us as we came into our 7 o'clock half hour, I told you just a couple of minutes until we're going to see the rain move in. Literally any minute you're going to go into some sprinkles and some light showers, and that will continue to be our case for the rest of the next hour or so, and then you're going to be done. This is dying down. Clarksville about an hour from now. We're going to keep putting tracks on this here throughout the morning to let you know what you have to expect. Right now downtown, absolutely nothing going on other than beer trucks and people that were hosing down the street overnight. Oh, we got a couple of construction vehicles there as well. Taking a look here, coming up in a few minutes, we'll look at your 7-day forecast. We'll meet your dog of the day, and we'll continue to track that incoming rain. Jen, it's hard to find a parking lot in the Nashville area or anywhere in Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, but we kind of have one going on here.
Yeah, I mean, if you need a parking lot, just hit the interstate. That's what it's looking like on I-24 right now at Hickory Hollow Parkway. This is your morning commute at a crawl on the way into Nashville from Antioch, Smyrna, and Laverne. Good news, no crashes on that drive, but just very slow. If you wanted to take Murfreesboro Pike, you could to get in, or Nolensville Pike to the west. Now, I also want to take you over to I-65 at the I-24 junction. We've got a car with the hood popped, TDOT on the scene, and this is causing a backup up near Dickerson Pike. So really between Dickerson and where I-65 and I-24 merge, this is essentially a second whammy, if you will. So we've got 2 problems, one on the right shoulder, one on the left shoulder, really impacting your morning drive from north of town. The recommended detour, and I'll tell you one more time, always Gallatin, Dickerson, or Ellington. Those are the 3 roads that'll get you into Nashville. They run parallel to I-65. We're going to take you over by the airport in our next Steer Clear traffic report and see how things are shaping up there. So stick around. We'll get there in minutes. Continuing coverage now on the brawl at a youth football game in Jolton that has now resulted in one of those teams saying they're ending the season early. Fox 17 News getting some video from one of our viewers who was at the meeting last night where the Greenbrier coaches told the players and the parents that those 11 and 12-year-olds are done for the year. All this comes after the huge fight that broke out between the Greenbrier Bobcats and the Jolton Vikings. This is a rec-type football league. I think they call it Junior Pro. Coaches and a parent were out on the field. The parent in the tan sweatshirt, that hoodie right there, is the one who got kicked out for fighting, but according to witnesses, came back and made threats. They thought he had a gun. They called 911 as a result. But even, despite all this, there are some parents who feel like the kids shouldn't be punished.
These are 12-year-olds that go to this middle school that are undefeated, and we're proud of it. They won the Super Bowl last year, too. So proud of them for winning the Super Bowl. But this year, you're out.
Some of the parents and a coach that talked to Fox 17 News said they feel like they would like the league to reconsider ending the season early. No indication that that's going to happen. By the way, Metro Police has said they are investigating. Happening today, we have a groundbreaking ceremony for a new elementary school that is really about to get a big facelift, a makeover, if you will. Fox 17 News photojournalist Kevin Mumphrey is over at Lakeview Elementary, where they have a school already, but the groundbreaking is happening to essentially rebuild this place. They're going to make over the whole campus over the course of the next several years. So good morning over there at Lakeview Design Center School. We understand they're going to get new technology, all kinds of new buildings and things to just, make the learning process that much better. So we'll be there for the groundbreaking later this morning. Tennessee is picking up the tab for more school resource officers in Metro Nashville public schools. We'll tell you why some council members don't want the money or the officers. And Fox 17 News is your only live local news source through 9 a.m. 2 live looks now. Sun coming up over the mid-state, looking good out on the horizon. And of course, we've got your Steer Clear traffic updates every couple of minutes. Greg Bobus tracks the rain and your temperatures next.
169.
7:10 your time in crisis in the classroom. Metro Council votes to accept $3.3 million in grant money to partially fund SROs throughout the district. Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino has more on the topic.
The state funding accepted by Metro Council Tuesday night will help pay for the 60-plus SROs currently in Metro high schools and middle schools. After the mass shooting at Nashville's Covenant Christian School earlier this year, the state legislature approved funding for an SRO in every school building at $75,000 an officer. But some Metro Council members reiterated their concern before the vote last night to take that money over the relationship between police and students. Opponents say more SROs could exacerbate a school-to-prison pipeline, with officers policing what should be school disciplinary matters. Councilmember Jeff Preptit says Metro Council should revisit the policy surrounding SROs in Metro schools, as he says it's not clear what issues police would handle versus school heads.
I think that we as a body need to explore how to better place policies that focus on non-carceral solutions and that focus not on criminalizing simple school disciplinary actions. I think that disruption is a classroom issue that should be dealt in the classroom, and that we should not be funneling our children through the prison industrial complex.
Others, like Council Member Bob Nash, say the arrest rate for Metro schools is very low, 12 arrests last year, according to MNPD, and that the majority of the incidences were serious, for instance, involving guns.
This is not serving as some pipeline to the prison system, with all due respect to my colleague.
Metro Police say as they make more hires, they'll add more SROs to Metro schools, including elementary schools. I'm Kelly Avellino for Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Good morning. Time right now is 7:12. We're looking at your forecast very quickly here to get you up and out the door. We're getting closer and closer to the weekend, and I can tell you there are two tales of Lower Broadway. One is the morning when we have the beer trucks and all of the construction, and the night is when we have the people that, if you've never been to Lower Broadway or you're visiting, get ready if you're going there tonight. You'll see a whole different scene compared to what we have going on right now when it comes to the current weather versus what you'll see tonight. It's going to be a great night. A little rain is going to move in here throughout the late morning and early afternoon in Nashville, but you can tell right there from that live look that nothing is happening just yet. Breakfast forecast, 55 degrees will be your temperature here. By 8 a.m. we'll be at 62 at 10 and 64 degrees at 11. Good looking morning, but Just because the weather is good does not mean that the traffic is perfect. So sometimes these two work in tandem, sometimes they don't. And I'll tell you right now, traffic is not looking great. We have a lot of things that are coming your way here in the next 10 minutes here on Fox 17 News this morning. And next, a 14-year-old is facing some serious charges after attempting to escape an arrest. What the teen is accused of, and details on the shocking discovery that police made. I mentioned traffic. Jen has been watching traffic very carefully for you here this morning. We'll have you updated on a few crashes here across the mid-state that could impact your morning commute.
Good morning. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Your time right now, 7:16. New this morning, we're hearing from Governor Bill Lee as the Tennessee Court of Appeals decides whether to release the writings from the Covenant mass shooters' journals. The governor in Nashville for the opening of the Broadway Bridge project yesterday afternoon, but we asked him about the debate over those writings. Here's what he had to say.
I think I've always said that we should have there should be transparency. There should be some clarity about what exists. Obviously, the courts will determine what that clarity is and how much of it is available. The families obviously have had a very difficult season and have very strong opinions and have weighed into that. It's really a decision of the courts, and we'll have to wait and see what they do.
Now, the appeals hearing stems from a lawsuit filed on behalf of the National Police Association and many others against Nashville and Davidson County after a Freedom of Information Act request seeking those records got rejected. So we have families and the school that do not want these records released. We have the public, many media outlets and other organizations that feel like they need to be made public. Right now, there is no deadline as to when the court could make a decision, but we will keep you posted as the process continues. Right now in Operation Crime and Justice, we have a 14-year-old boy who is facing a long list of charges after police say he drove around Nashville in a stolen SUV. And they say he stole that SUV from the Nashville Fairgrounds on October 7th. Turns out that car belonged to a woman from Alabama. And when police finally pulled this kid over and they searched the SUV, they found that 14-year-old had a handgun. Look at all the ammunition, marijuana as well. So he's being charged as a juvenile. But the counts are auto theft, unlawful gun possession, marijuana possession, resisting arrest, and running from police. 14 years old. And that kind of record already. Police right now say they need some help finding the suspect in a deadly shooting from earlier this month. Metro Police say they now have pictures of the murder suspect's car. It's a white four-door Infiniti sedan. We've got 3 pictures of it here. We're going to run through them. Couple of interesting notes about this car. It's got a black gas cap cover, custom rims, an added spoiler. Investigators say whoever was in this car shot and killed 17-year-old Jesus Martinez Garcia. That happened in the parking lot of the Blue Note Apartments. If you know who owns this car, you are asked to call Metro Police. By the way, just a quick reminder for you, if you wake up in the morning and you're the kind of person where you immediately check your phone and you check your email and you would like an email sent right to your inbox in the morning with your news updates, we've got you covered. You can sign up for our daily newsletter over on the homepage, fox17.com.
Jan, are you looking for some comfort food today?
Today? Any day?
Every day?
I love comfort food.
Today's National, and this is Seafood Bisque Day.
Seafood bisque?
Yeah.
I will say not my favorite.
See, now here I am the complete opposite of you. So
Yeah.
we are paths diverging right now for the first time ever on this show.
Is that rain diverging? Because I feel
my
like
gosh,
it looks like it is
actually
too.
is. Take a look at Doppler radar, and that's a really good point. When you segue right into what I'm going to talk about, it is perfect. Taking a look, I want to show you a few things about what is happening and where we're at. Now, I'm taking you back 2 hours. I'm going to stop this a little while ago. This was around 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm going to circle this for you and show you. Look at the areas that have the yellows and the oranges here that are on the radar, that are moving into Middle Tennessee. Now, we continue just an hour and a half later, and look at that. Everything is dying down. Hopkinsville, we got a little bit of rain, and going toward Clarksville, we'll track you as well. But if this does hold together, and it's moving around 30 miles an hour, about 20 minutes, you're going to get a sprinkle, a light rain shower. We have no lightning strikes. We have nothing when it comes to severe weather. We will continue, though, to put tracks on this because this is stuff you can't get on your cell phone, folks. We're going to make sure you know when the rain gets into your town, if it's going to impact your day every 10 minutes here all the way through 9 a.m.
Greg, thanks so much. Steer clear traffic has been a bit of a nuisance this morning. Nothing major, right? Like no big crashes or interstate shutdown, just a nuisance commute this morning. This is a live look, I-65 at I-24 right now, where we have just seen a couple of crashes in the last 30 minutes or so that have really impacted this commute. If you are north of Nashville and you typically come down by Trinity Lane and such, I would just suggest you could jump off the interstate before you get here and take Ellington, Gallatin, or Dickerson Pike to get into Nashville. Also, just want to give you a quick look. I-40 at Donaldson Pike. This is over by the airport. Nice and smooth. In fact, not even a whole lot of volume for 721. Not a lot of commuters right now. So your I-40 commute east of Nashville is looking okay. I-40 west of Nashville also looking good. So encouragement for our Bellevue, Kingston Spring commuters. North of town, I-24 looks like it's starting to get jammed up near Pleasant View and Jolton. So I'm going to check on that, and we'll get to that in our next Steer Clear Traffic Report. Later today, President Biden will address the nation. We'll take a look at the changes that he hopes will come as a result, and the changes that are coming to our primetime lineup right here on Fox 17 tonight.
Play every day with...
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. It is 7:24 and we're going to take you live over to Nashville International Airport this morning. Sun's up, looking good. So much construction at the airport, in and around, outside, inside. And so we're going to give you a live look right now as we've watched the flights take off and land this morning. Just so you know, when you get into the airport, it doesn't look anything like it used to. If it's been a while, and by a while I mean even maybe just 6 months ago, the airport looks drastically different today than it did even 6 months ago. New restaurants, new terminals, new concourses, just all kinds of stuff as the Nashville International Airport grows immensely. I was reading this morning on their Twitter account that they have now been named the 5th best big airport in the country, according to one poll through USA Today. So we got the new hotel that they're building. In fact, our photojournalist David McClure just got that in the shot. It's kind of toward the right side of your screen. That's a brand new hotel under construction. We want to let you know that things are looking good as far as flights are concerned. No backups, no delays, no cancellations, but we've got you covered over there, live through 9 a.m. You know,
yeah, I mean, going through that airport, Jen, you're right.
Greg, it's something to see, really.
I get lost walking in and or out of the door. I don't know where I'm at ever. So give yourself extra time. What I will tell you, 5th best big airport. Well, I've got the 2 best doggos of the morning here in Nashville. Obi, don't listen, because you're not one of them. My dog back home. We've got our 2 dogs of the day. We have Holly and Noelle, and we've got our owners, Mary and Jim, who sent this in. And if you cannot have a more beautiful head of hair and gorgeous paws than that, I don't know what you're doing when it comes to being a doggo. 58 degrees at 9 a.m., 66 at noon, 70 degrees at 3 p.m. Rain showers have been dying down, moving into Middle Tennessee, but we will look at those coming up in our 7:30 half hour. Dog walking forecast looking relatively dry in Nashville. Our rain chances are dwindling, but we'll take a look at those coming up in a few minutes as we go into our next half hour.
Greg, thank you. Let's check steer clear traffic right now. I want to take you to the I-24, I-65 junction. This has been a real thorn in the side of commuters all morning long. Continues to be just backed up more than normal. All right, so we just want to give you that warning that you will need a detour to get around this backup. Best ones are going to be Ellington, Gallatin, or Dickerson Pike. Now, in our next steer clear traffic report, I'm going to work to figure out what's happening on I-24 up near Jolton. It looks like, just based on the red zone that I'm seeing on the maps behind the scenes, kind of looks like we may have a crash right at the exit for Jolton, which is 431 or Whites Creek Pike. So I'm going to check on that, and then a little bit of a backup also coming down near Old Hickory Boulevard, and that's the exit for like Whites Creek and Davidson Academy. So we'll check in on that in our next steer clear traffic report. More controversy and drama at the Nashville NAACP level, but also now spilling into the state level. Why the president of our Nashville branch is suspended, and now who she says should be stepping down as well.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Right now at 7:30, an update on the shakeup at Nashville's NAACP. Why that branch's president says she's not backing down.
And rain right now moving closer and closer to the heart of Middle Tennessee, but it's dying down as we speak. We'll take a look and track what's out there for you coming up in your Code Red forecast.
And in steer clear traffic right now, taking a look at one of the backups that we're tracking, we're going to show you another one and help you steer clear. Thanks for joining us for Fox 17 News this morning here on your Thursday. I'm Jennifer Waddell. We've always got you covered live and local from 7 to 9 a.m. So when the other stations go to national programming that's pre-recorded, we've got you covered live and local. Right now, happening in Clarksville, the search is on for the man on your screen suspected of carjacking his ex-girlfriend. This is Cordero Quarles. He is on the run. Police really want to get this guy in custody. He's accused of kicking out his ex-girlfriend's car window yesterday, dragging her out of the car, and then stealing her car. We're told that that woman does have injuries, is expected to be okay. But as Quarles was driving away, police say he also sideswiped another car before ditching the stolen ex-girlfriend's car on Poston Street. He's now facing a long list of charges. Police say Quarles might be in the Lincoln Homes area. So if you have any information about him or his whereabouts, please call 911. Also new this morning, a Tennessee nurse accused of writing prescriptions using her doctor's credentials. The TBI says Alton Birmingham saw patients while the doctor was not in the office several times in 2020. Police say she'd call in prescriptions using the doctor's DEA registration number. Ms. Birmingham is now charged with 7 counts of unlawful distribution of substances. You can always help your community stay in the know. If you want us to investigate something, you can send us your tips. We'll keep your information confidential if necessary and work with you as we continue to tackle issues in our local communities. You can scan the QR code there on your screen to get in touch with us and also to follow us on all of our platforms. It's 7:33 right now. We have a morning update on what has turned into quite the dramatic story playing out within the Tennessee, both state and Nashville NAACP branches. The branch president for Nashville has been suspended, and now she's calling on the Tennessee state president to step down after she got suspended. So the Tennessee NAACP president is Gloria Sweetlove. She says Vanita Lewis, who you see here, who was running the Nashville chapter, they say she undermined the mission and their work. Fox 17 News asked for specific examples, and we were told that this all has something to do with Miss Lewis's reported behavior with co-workers. Lewis has been with the NAACP here in Nashville for decades and calls this all a shock.
I just feel so hurt and troubled that the state president would set out to defame my character, but I do believe in my purest sense of honesty, that it's really time for her to step down. 27 years or 25 years, that's too long, and you get set in your ways.
And as I mentioned, Ms. Lewis herself has been with the NAACP for decades. We asked Tennessee's president for a comment, asked for a response to Ms. Lewis's calls for her to step down, but we have not received an answer to our specific questions. Fox 17 News will continue to follow the story as it unfolds.
Good morning, 7:34 your time. Taking a look here at your forecast, and here's what's happened overnight into this morning. Now, if you look at the left side of your screen, we've got a few areas of patchy green. Here's what it looked like 2 hours ago. We had a line of rain moving into the area that was gradually dying as it moved in, pushed toward Hopkinsville, and now Clarksville, you've got a sprinkle at best. Camden, you're still dealing with a little bit of rain there too, but Clarksville, if you've not seen a couple of raindrops just yet, here is your timing moving forward. We're talking about the next 5, 6, 10 minutes here for areas leading into Clarksville, and within the next half hour, if this holds together, it's been dying down so significantly that I'm not worried about a real rain threat this morning. It's more so going to be afternoon toward the evening when a better rain chance will push into the area. Taking a look at your coffee cast, 54 degrees at 7 o'clock, 59 at 9 a.m. We had a sunrise of 6:57. It was gorgeous. Cloudier, though, by the time sunset rolls around at 6:06. We'll look at your 7-day forecast and future the rest of today and the week coming up in 5 minutes.
All right, Greg, we will see you then. Right now in steer clear traffic, I mentioned a moment ago, I was going to try to get to what was happening on I-24 inbound to Nashville from Clarksville, Montgomery County and Robertson County. We do have a backup as you approach Old Hickory Boulevard on I-24. It looks like we may have a minor crash on I-24 as you also approach the Whites Creek Jolton exit for 431. All right, so this is not a major backup. I wouldn't even say it's worth a detour, but just know that if you're coming in this morning from, say, Clarksville, Pleasant View, Jolton, Springfield along I-24, you are going to hit a little bit of a slowdown, just a brake check as you approach Old Hickory Boulevard. I'll keep my eye on this. If it gets into anything worse and you need a detour coming in from those places I just mentioned, I'll be the first to let you know as your live local news source through 9. 7:37. Want to give you a heads up. We have a slight change in our primetime lineup today that you'll want to know about, and this is all connected to President Biden's address to the nation later tonight. He's expected to talk at 7 o'clock. That's when Fox 17 News will start airing his speech. We expect it to last about 15 minutes, so the primetime shows will shift. Hell's Kitchen, 7:15, Lego Masters, 8:15, and then Fox 17 News at 9, expected to air around 9:15 tonight. Almost game time, and when it comes to high school football, we're winding down the regular season, getting close to the playoffs. We'll tell you about where you can find our big Friday Night Rivals game of the week, plus all of your highlight action right here on Fox 17 News. Good morning. Welcome into Fox 17 News this morning. We're glad to have you here as part of our family. We always try to look out for you, and one way that we do that is by helping you steer clear in traffic. Here's a problem you'll want to avoid. This is I-40 at Spence Lane. This just popped up. You can see we've got just one car off to the far right shoulder. TDOT is on the scene, but it's already causing a huge backup on I-40. I mentioned this is at Spence Lane. The backup inbound to Nashville on I-40 is all the way back to the airport as a result. Okay, that's what one car that's stalled out can do to your traffic. So best detour here for you. I said we're going to look out for you. You could take Elm Hill Pike. That's a good way to come in. It pretty much runs east to west just like I-40 does. So you could take Elm Hill Pike, or you could even take maybe Donaldson Pike to come in this morning. Not Donaldson Pike, I'm sorry, Lebanon. So Lebanon or Elm Hill Pike would be your best detours to avoid this. Again, I know it's minor, but it causes big issues. Hope this person's okay and they can get some help from TDOT soon. 7:41 is your time looking ahead to football Friday night. We got Friday Night Rivals over on My TV 30, and it's a great matchup. This is going to be one of the best matchups all season. Brentwood Academy and Lipscomb Academy, two powerhouses, playing at 7 o'clock on My TV 30 in Nashville. Now, when that game is over, switch it over here to Fox 17, because at 9:30 is when we start Football Frenzy Live. That's our highlight show with our sports director, Jill Jelnick. She's always got you covered. It's always a good time, lots of excitement as you get to watch your kids do their thing out there on the gridiron. Saturday, then, we've got lots of college football. In fact, a triple header. So we're going to be with you all day Saturday with football. 11 a.m., we've got Penn State, Ohio State. What a great matchup there. 3 o'clock, Texas will play Houston. And then the late game is going to be the USC Trojans at 7 o'clock playing Utah. Sunday at noon, we're going to wrap up the weekend with NFL action. Check out the 5-1 Lions playing the 4-2 Ravens. That ought to be a good one. Lunchtime brawl here on Sunday. Right now, let's send it over to our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bobus, who is not tracking any Code Red. Oh, actually, I think I've got you covered here.
Jen, it's up to you.
I got it. I got you. No. Greg stepped out. I'm gonna get you covered with your weekend outlook here. Things are looking good. Make those plans, Greg says. Make the plans for the weekend. 68 Saturday, 70 Sunday. Great fall feeling. No frost. No freeze, all good. We've got you covered, Greg and I. We're sharing duties here through 9 a.m. Hey, October is National Bullying Prevention Month. We'll tell you how you and your family can show your support and raise awareness right here in Nashville. Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Something to do this weekend if you don't have anything on your calendar. October is National Bullying Prevention Month. And this Saturday, hundreds of young adults will participate in a group that's trying to stop bullying, designed to raise local awareness on the impact of the problem involving especially children and teenagers. So coming up Saturday at 10 a.m., kids and their parents will take a ceremonial walk around Hadley Park to encourage that community to just come together, to be kind and create a healthy environment. Looking ahead as well now, Tennessee Highway Patrol is inviting you to take part in their Nashville Citizens Academy. If you've ever wanted to see what it's like to be a member of law enforcement, the Citizens Academy starts October 26th, that's next week, and goes through December 7th. It's just a 3-hour class once a week. They meet on 5:45 p.m. Thursdays. You get hands-on training. Classes will be held at the Homeland Security Training Center. So again, just an interesting opportunity. In fact, I told Greg one day, I said, if I didn't have to, get kids here and there and do all the after-school stuff with our family, I'd actually sign up for that. I'd go do that. It's just, a few Thursdays, a few hours, once a week. I would encourage you, if you have any interest at all, to get on board and see what that's like. Hey, taking a look right now over at our Fox 17 News Facebook page, awarding athletes who have been working hard. Rapper, songwriter Jelly Roll, who's made waves in country music especially, makes a surprise donation to the Abingdon High School softball team in Virginia. I know Abingdon, Virginia myself. This comes as they're all gearing up for their new season. Jelly Roll has been known for, random acts of kindness and generous donations. He sent a lot of money to Maui. He supported a lot of our local community members. He's from Antioch, and he's proud of it. You'll hear him talk about it in his music and some of his podcasts and stuff. So just kind of cool stuff. If you want to read more about it, we got the article posted right now over on our Fox Nashville Facebook page. As we head into the holiday season, local groups are already gearing up to have big toy drives. The Metro Nashville Police Department does this every year. They will be collecting donated toys for their annual Christmas basket program that's going to happen December 2nd and December 3rd at the Nashville Zoo. Metro police officers will be collecting toys in the zoo's parking lot from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. both of those days. You're invited to drop off toys, and the kids can bring their letters to Santa. And then the officers will make sure they get to the North Pole in time for Christmas. Sounds like a lot of fun. Fox 17 News will be bringing you more information about that event as it becomes available. Here at Fox 17 News, we are always encouraging you to share your best shots, and boy, do we love it when you send them in. Take a look at this picture coming into us from Alyssa Cole. Alyssa, somebody was playing peekaboo. This is the bear.
He wanted the picnic basket.
That Alyssa spotted playing peekaboo in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Great shot there. I got to see a bear for my very first time last week when we were in the Smoky Mountains, and it was thrilling. So yeah, send your best shot. You can do it anytime through fox17.com. Just click chime in and take a look at this sweet story. The police department in Kentucky that has now welcomed a new member to the force. What a great story from Hopkinsville. The Hopkinsville Police Department let a shelter dog spend the day patrolling with the officers on the streets. Well, the pit bull mix from Christian County Animal Shelter spent the day in the community with the officers, and it went over so well, love at first sight, that this dog named Bolo, if you know police speak, you know that Bolo is an acronym for something. Be on the lookout. Bolo the dog has now been permanently adopted by the police department. I couldn't love that story anymore. How beautiful. Just about brings me to like happy tears, you know?
Yeah.
It was a shelter dog.
The look on his face too of
he just looks happy.
I'm happy to be with you. I will do whatever you want. That's what dogs are here for. They make you happy. They enlighten you, and they do whatever they can to make sure that your day is good. Bolo though, I didn't, Jen, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
13 years of news.
Right.
I know what YOLO was.
Oh, did you just learn something new, Greg?
You just taught me something here at 7:50.
Oh, good.
On a random Thursday morning.
Yeah, if you hear Bolo.
Because I'm always over here typing away and doing the thing and moving the mouse and all the stuff.
Be on the lookout. Greg, do we need to Bolo for rain?
Actually, no, we really don't. I'm gonna start intentionally using that now.
Things have changed, right? I mean, you're saying this big line of rain that you've been tracking all morning is starting to break up. Huh?
I've been watching it. I've been telling you it's going to keep breaking up, and that's what it's been doing. So we're going to work you through. And this is good news for right now, at least for the morning hours, trying to get up and out the door and, you know, the morning commute. The afternoon still has a rain chance that is attached to it, so don't worry about that. But taking a look, here's 2 hours ago, and look at the rain as it was moving in, much more well condensed, heavier, and put together. Here is now almost nothing out there. I'm going to circle 2 little areas that have a chance to possibly bring in a little bit of rain. One is moving toward the Dickson area, and the other is moving toward Clarksville. These have both slowed down so much just because this system is dying down. We're going to bring in a shift in wind. We're going to bring in the possibility of a sprinkle, but everything that we're seeing here moving this morning is going in this direction. However, I do not believe we see much more than literally a sprinkle in the Nashville area throughout the next 2 to 3 hours.
All righty, Greg, thank you very much. Steer clear traffic time right now. Want to let you know that commute near I-65 and I-24 as you approach downtown by Trinity Lane is still a problem this morning. It has just been backed up all morning since it was dark outside and continues to be a problem for our northern commuters. Also, if you are north of Nashville this morning, back up on the bypass. That's Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. Really slow roll. It's bumper to bumper all the way along Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. You could take Gallatin Pike as a detour. It looks pretty good right now. And then a slow zone also north of Nashville up in Millersville. I-65 coming down near Long Hollow Pike has been really slow moving this morning, kind of bumper to bumper coming through there as well. No crashes north of town. Nothing on I-65 north as far as a crash is concerned, just a lot of extra congestion. So take it easy out there, give yourself a few extra minutes, or you can just hang with us a little bit longer. Fox 17 News this morning live through 9 a.m. We have a new school on the way in Nashville, and we have a lot of families that are really excited about it. More than 800 students in the mid-state that attend this school, Lakeview Elementary. They're about to get a big surprise in the form of a facelift for their school. And we're going to take you live right now to the Lakeview Design Center School. This is an elementary school in Metro Nashville that is about to get a huge facelift. New buildings are going to be coming in place of the old ones, and the groundbreaking will happen today. Good morning to all those sweet kiddos. They're running off to their classes to make sure they get there on time. So the new building for Lakeview Elementary will be built on the existing campus over the course of the next several years. This is a big, long project, but when they're all done, they'll have state-of-the-art technology, facilities geared to create what they call efficient and effective learning environments. 7:54 right now. We're giving away some, you could say, scary good prizes this October right here on the morning show. So get your phone ready, get that camera ready. We'll give you a QR code to scan so you can win a $100 gift card. It's our Fox 17 Trick or Treat Trivia. And you might be able
getting help after a car wreck.
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. We're so glad to be here for you to get your day started. We've always got you covered live through 9. Let's head over to the website right now and see what's trending. In other words, what you are most interested in reading. These are the stories that are getting the most clicks. And the number one trending story is that youth football game where there was a huge brawl. A parent gets banned, a coach gets suspended, and now the season is over for these kids as a result of the fight there. So number one trending story right now. You can read more about it anytime at fox17.com. Kind of like that music. When you hear that music, you'll know it's time to get out your phone and open up the camera so you can try to win a $100 Visa gift card. We're giving this away as part of our Fox 17 Trick or Treat Trivia Contest. And all you have to do, in case you're new to this whole QR code thing, when you open up your smartphone and you go to the camera feature, so you're going to open up your camera, and when you hold it up to your TV screen at that white circle, that's the QR code. When you look at that through your camera, it'll automatically give you a link to click. That link will take you to a website where you register and then answer today's question. You get it right, you're entered for that chance to win the $100 Visa gift card. You know, that's like having cash. You can use that wherever you want. And then you can also get registered to win the $5,000 weekly grand prize. So we hope you're having a little bit of fun with this. You can do it every day. Let us know if you win, by the way. We'd love to share your story. Hey, the annual Orionid meteor shower is set to peak coming up this weekend. Now, you might know this better by what used to be Halley's Comet. NASA says the meteor shower this weekend will be its typical bright and fast meteor shower that we've come to love over the years. It's supposed to peak Sunday. The American Meteor Society says best viewing, you need to watch the sky between midnight and dawn. The group says you could see up to 20 meteors an hour if the conditions are just right.
Well, you know what that means next half hour, Jen. I've got to have a viewing forecast right here back home just to make sure you know the best hours to take a look at it. Taking a look at your hour-by-hour forecast into this afternoon. Rain chances have been dwindling here for the morning, but the afternoon could bring us a shower or two in the evening. We'll track that for you as we go into our 8 o'clock half hour.
And right now, as we approach 8 o'clock, we are still in the height of rush hour for Nashville. We're giving you a live look. I-40 at 46th Avenue. This is west of downtown, and we do have a backup for our Bellevue commuters this morning. So brake check here as you approach 46th. Going back toward Bellevue, Kingston Springs, Dickson this morning. No other major problems on your commute, but definitely that slowdown as you approach Nashville and our 8 o'clock hour. So we'll keep you posted on Steer Clear traffic in just a couple more minutes.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
It's 8 o'clock on the dot, and now on Fox 17 News This Morning, the new information about the fire right here in the mid-state that left 2 children dead. We're hearing from a neighbor who says his family called 911. A Metro Nashville prosecutor is weighing in on calls to do something about the string of felony shoplifting at Green Hills Mall. We'll tell you what the DA now says would help.
We have settled into a drought here across Middle Tennessee, and literally as we speak here at 8 a.m., a brand new look at our drought monitor. Who needs the most rain? It's coming in right now. We'll take a look at that in about 5 minutes.
All right, Greg, we'll see you then. Thanks, and thank you for joining us for Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell. Glad to be here for you as your live local news source through 9 a.m. Let's get right to our top story right now. It has just been a tragic, really 24 hours in Sumner County. An update to the breaking news that we first brought you yesterday morning. We now know more about the fire that killed 2 children. Several teams from Robertson County and Sumner County showed up to Goodlettsville. This house fire that started around 1:15 yesterday. Tragically, by the time help got there, the flames had taken over the house. Firefighters found 10-year-old Braden Myers and 4-year-old Bellamy Myers dead inside of the home. This was just off Highway 31 at Flat Ridge Road. We also have now learned that one adult got out safely. Another adult had to be treated for injuries there at the fire scene. Fox 17 News also talked with a man whose family lives right next door, and he says they quickly got out when the flames broke out and called 911.
My cousin called me about a next door house fire going on, and I asked him, somebody call 911, and he said, yeah, some cross street lady call on 911.
All right, so just a tragedy for that family and really for that whole community. That is a tight-knit area. The TBI right now telling Fox 17 News they don't suspect foul play, but they were out there at that location yesterday morning with a dog that sniffs out for accelerants. Again, not suspecting foul play now, but this is still an open investigation. Happening today, we want to give you a heads up as the president is expected to address the nation later tonight, and that's going to impact our programming for you here on Fox 17 News. So we just want to give you the heads up. Later tonight, you'll see a couple of changes, basically shifting our normal evening schedule. So the president is expected to talk at 7 p.m., and that should last about 15 minutes. So Hell's Kitchen, Lego Masters, and Fox 17 News at 9 will all shift by about 15 minutes.
Oh, Jen, I've got a shift for us as well when it comes to the drought that we have, and it's not a good one. Every week on Thursday at 8 a.m., while we're live for you here, we get a brand new update to our drought monitor. This is a nationally done monitor. If I pulled it away, you'd see the entire country, but I have it honed in right here to the viewing area. Now, last week, most of Middle Tennessee was in a yellow color, which means, well, we're a little dry, could use a little bit of rain. Now we're in tan. Tan for us means that we really do need to get some rain. And if you're down toward the Alabama state line, you've gotten even worse. You are now into what we consider a really moderate to severe drought. Be careful. This is that time of the year when you might want to go outside at night, light up a campfire, a bonfire, get some s'mores going. This is a atmosphere right now and just the ground by itself to where it could be dangerous to do so. So this is a brand new update here. At 8 a.m., we're working it through with us as we get it in real time. Coming up in 5 minutes, we'll look at your 7-day forecast and any potential rain for later today and into the upcoming weekend. Jen?
Well, Greg, I hate to hear that about the drought, and I really wish we were getting some rain this morning, but we'll take what we can get. All right, steer clear traffic. Sometimes that's the same thing. You take what you can get, but sometimes you can avoid problems. That's why we're here for you, to keep our eye on the roads for you and help you steer clear of any problems. This is I-24 at Old Hickory Boulevard. Not looking too bad right now. Just what I would consider a standard slowdown. This is just your normal morning commute. As I'm telling you this, I'm looking right now at the TDOT map, and that stretch of backup lasts from Smyrna all the way into Nashville. So you know the routine. It's just slow. Now, I will say this. I'm keeping an eye on something that looks like it was reported maybe a little while ago. We did have reports of a crash as you approach the I-24, I-40 junction. I don't see anything significant there, but I'll keep my eye on it. Just know that if you're coming in this morning from Murfreesboro, Smyrna, Laverne, Antioch, it's backed up on 24. You could take Murfreesboro Pike or Nolensville Pike to come in. Those are the two parallel routes on either side of I-24 to get into town. I think our next traffic report, I'm going to take you to I-40 east of Nashville. We'll check in over by the airport in minutes. Operation Crime and Justice this morning. Metro Nashville prosecutor is now responding to calls for action to stop the shoplifters at the mall at Green Hills. That mall, which is home to a lot of upscale stores, has been targeted 3 times in 3 weeks, and shoppers and neighbors have said something's got to give. So those shoppers, a former Metro police officer, and a local security company all tell Fox 17 News this is something that is a threat to the community, so harsher penalties need to be enacted in order to stop the crimes. I mean, we've seen Nordstrom, Gucci, Louis Vuitton all hit in the last few weeks. Now, some of the shoplifters have even assaulted security guards. One of them used bear spray on shoppers. So just think, innocent bystanders got bear sprayed because they got too close to the criminals who were stealing. And these are big money thefts, by the way. Some might call them heist because we're talking tens of thousands of dollars worth of items. This is a nationwide issue that has forced some retailers to shut down their stores altogether.
People are calling for stricter punishments on shoplifters. Is that something the DA's office would consider?
Well, something we certainly take a look at is what is being stolen, the items, as well as somebody's past criminal history, and take into account on what the disposition on a case should be. And certainly we're going to take a hard look at these particular cases, as this group of individuals seem to be a little bit more aggressive.
All right, so that's Will Griffith, the assistant DA for the metro area. Now, as far as all these crimes are concerned, only one person has been arrested. Mr. Griffith says video is going to make these cases easier to prosecute, as well as cooperation from the people working at the stores that have fallen victim to these crimes. If you'd like to read more about this story, because we go real in depth over on our website, fox17.com, head on over there 24/7. We've also got the stories posted on all of our social media accounts. Well, the football season is over for some young athletes. We have an update this morning on the fight that broke out at the Jolton Little League football game and why some parents say canceling the season is unfair.
You're cooking American.
I believe he was really concerned for his son's safety.
Continuing coverage this morning out of the fallout after a coach and a parent stormed the field, leading to a scary brawl at a youth football game in Jolton. And this is a story we've been covering here for a couple days here. Now, Fox 17 News, Peyton Muse with the reaction after the league ends the season for one 11 to 12-year-old team.
This is the Greenbrier Bobcats practice field. Now the Greenbrier Athletic Club Commission Board says it did not make this decision lightly, and nothing of this magnitude has ever happened before.
We have had to cancel the 11 to 12-year-old season.
A parent sent this video to Fox 17 News. Coaches telling their players the season is over for the 11 and 12-year-old Greenbrier team. During the announcement, one of the coaches says the kids did nothing wrong.
It was not your fault.
The kid thing, you should make the parents stay away from the game, let the coaches coach the game, and let these kids play football.
This all because of a brawl on Saturday. A dog pile between the Greenbrier Bobcats and the Jolton Vikings led to a fight, with coaches and one Greenbrier parent rushing onto the field. Coaches kicked the parent out of the game. He comes back, and witnesses say he had a gun.
There's a gun. We have a gun at a party with a bunch of kids.
While you never see a gun in this video, but the man in the tan jacket keeps his hand in his bag. Alan Jones coaches the Greenbrier team. He says he's also devastated.
It's just hard to swallow. I mean, the kids did nothing wrong. I believe he was really concerned for his son's safety.
Coach Allen and parents say referees did not do their job to keep things from getting out of hand on the field. They want the commission and the executive board to reconsider.
I would have preferred, okay, you're on probation, guys, get it together. Parents, get it together. If I tell you to leave, I'm taking you to the parking lot, you're out, and you cannot sign up next year.
The coach says these Greenbrier players have put in the hard work, and to have this stripped away from them is not right. Rory Osborne is one of the commissioners, and he says he wants parents to know that he cares about the kids, and it breaks his heart that some parents think otherwise. Reporting in Greenbrier, Peyton Muse, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Thank you, Peyton. Taking a look here at 8:12 and a look at your forecast. Here's the big picture. We monitored and we've been watching. We were tracking rain that was moving in, but now the rain has fizzled into nothing. I mentioned that I figured we'd have a break and a gap in this line as it moved in. That has happened. That's good news here for the morning drive. But we need some rain. We mentioned the drought monitor here earlier today. This is through noon. Not a whole lot. You might get a little sprinkle later on this morning, but here's the afternoon toward the evening as this cold front continues to chug toward us very slowly. We're going to get some heating of the day, right up near 70 degrees. We'll get a little bit of sun that mixes through our clouds, and that gives us our chance for a few showers as we go into this evening and then the first half of tonight. That's all going to wrap up going into tomorrow, and then the weekend dries out, and we keep everything dry for the entire weekend. Coming up in 5 minutes, we're going to look at your code red forecast and give you your 7-day forecast. We're going to meet our dog of the day. There are a lot of things coming your way here in just a couple of minutes from right now, as we're your only live and local news source from 7 until 9. And also after the break, hearing from all sides. Coming up, Governor Bill Lee is weighing in on the release of the Covenant Mass Shooters Journals. We'll tell you what he had to say. Also coming up, Jennifer Waddell. She has been eyes glued to the roadways this morning. We'll get you updated on some backups that could impact Bellevue commuters.
Hey there, good morning. It's 8:16. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. We are now hearing from Governor Bill Lee as the Tennessee Court of Appeals is deciding whether to release the writings from the Covenant Mass Shooters Journals. Now, the governor in Nashville just yesterday for the opening of the Broadway Bridge, but we took that as an opportunity to ask him about the debate over those writings. Listen to what he had to say.
I think I've always said that we should have, there should be transparency, there should be some clarity about what exists. Obviously, the courts will determine what that clarity is and how much of it is available. The families obviously have had a very difficult season and have very strong opinions and have weighed into that. It's really a decision of the courts, and we'll have to wait and see what they do.
Well, there you have it from the governor. Now, that appeals hearing stems from the lawsuit filed by, among other groups, the National Police Association. They want the release of those documents. They filed the lawsuit after a Freedom of Information Act request got rejected. All right, there is no deadline right now for this appeals court to make a decision. Some experts close to this case have said it could take months. We'll be following it for you, though, and keep you updated.
Jen, an hour ago, you and I had a disconnect when it came to a national day. And you and I never really do. I said it was National Seafood Bisque Day. And you're like, not my jam. So I looked ahead. You want to make some plans for tomorrow? Because tomorrow is National Chicken and Waffles Day. Can you get behind that one?
Now you're talking my food language.
Now we're talking your food language. See, I always try to reconnect when I disconnect with someone to make sure that we're all good to go.
That's all right. We weren't really disconnected. We just, just totally different opinions.
But I don't even like having a wrong opinion with you. I like
gosh.
We're in the same boat together, rowing through the morning every day.
Chicken
I
and
want to make sure that we're good.
good.
Chicken and waffles.
Yes.
That is the day tomorrow. And you know I'm going to have a forecast for it. I already have a picture for it. Taking a look here, our dog of the day. We've actually got two of them. Noelle and Holly, sent in by Mary and Jim. Look at the temperatures there. Good for a dog walk. I was monitoring rain that has died down and fizzled into basically nothing. You might catch a raindrop or two on your windshield this morning. The better chance is going to be this evening. So if you have a morning or afternoon dog walk, you're going to be in pretty good shape getting up and getting out the door. 64 degrees at 11 o'clock, 69 at 1 p.m., 70 degrees at 3 p.m. But you see, we do have the rain chances that begin to increase middle to late afternoon. And that's when we're going to have that best chance for a little rain to move in. We need it. We're going to get less than half an inch of rain. And we're in about a 3-inch deficit when it comes to the last couple of months. So keep that in mind. The rain we get is helpful rain. It might be a little annoying, but it's good. Send us your dog of the day. You can see right there at the top of your screen. Go to Facebook. You see the logo right there. You can go to meteorologist Greg Bobus, find the pin post that has that picture, and that is where you send in your dog of the day. You can see it right here on Fox 17 News this morning. 70 this afternoon. A touch warmer than yesterday. A few storms could be out there leading into early tomorrow morning, but When I show you a future track again, you're going to see that the rain chances really have been dying down in every forecast model run I've been seeing.
All right, Greg, thank you so much. 820 steer clear traffic. Nothing major this morning that has had a high impact to traffic, just nuisance things, right? Cars broke down, fender benders here and there that have really created a headache for a lot of our morning commuters, including those of you right now coming in on I-40 near Donaldson Pike. Now, the traffic coming toward us is going into Nashville from places like Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Hermitage. We are seeing a slow zone right here. This is as you're approaching the exits for Briley Parkway, which is always a disaster. So no crash here, just a real slow go over by the airport coming in to Nashville. I wouldn't even say it's worth a detour at this point. I just want you to know about it before you go. That way you're not late. Maybe just give yourself an extra 5 minutes before you head out the door. We'll get another check of steer clear traffic in just a few minutes. Hey, speaking of I-40 Donaldson Park, we're going to take you live to the airport this morning. Thanks to our photojournalist David McClure, who's been out there this morning. We've had some great shots of planes taking off and landing, and we've shown you that there are no major flight delays or cancellations, but look how busy it is. I mean, 3 airplanes in just one shot in one tiny part of the terminal here. So very busy morning, and you know, over the last few months, we've been telling you about all the traffic trouble that's been going on here. This comes as the airport relocated its cell phone lot about 3 miles away from the entrance to the airport. It's now over on Murfreesboro Road, as I mentioned, 3 miles from the terminal. There used to be 2 cell phone lots. When we say cell phone lot also, that just means a waiting lot where you can go park and wait to pick up your person. They used to be right there on the airport grounds, but they got shut down. And a lot of folks have told us they're not happy with the new changes. As a result, they circle and circle and circle, creating more traffic around the airport. So the airport has asked you, if you're picking somebody up, wait till about 20 minutes after their flight lands, then head over to get them. Runners, listen up. We're trying to keep you in the know about events happening in our city. We've had some information about a 5K that you could participate in, still to come. Plus, right now, live look, a couple of them, as a matter of fact, from the heart of Music City. We got the downtown skyline, sun shining off those buildings, and downtown Nashville, lots of work still being done. You can get your time and temperature anytime on the right side of the screen.
Bally Sports is now.
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Right now, the Broadway Bridge in downtown Nashville is fully open to traffic and for pedestrians, and this has all happened sooner than expected, so that's some good news. Let's take you over there now. About 3 months ago, the Tennessee Department of Transportation shut down the bridge for repairs. The agency had set a date for reopening as October 31st, but everything is wrapped up about 2 weeks ahead of schedule. Great news for everybody trying to get in and out of downtown Nashville, because really, that's the primary way people do it. The contractor on the job said that workers used new techniques and different delivery methods to speed up this project. I mean, whatever they're doing, can we apply that to everything else in Nashville? Do you know what I'm saying? Can we do what they did and just, you know, copy and paste on all these other projects? Anyhow, good stuff and wide open for y'all as you are getting in and out of downtown Nashville. Looking ahead right now, October 28th, which is Saturday, there's a run that is a 5K and a half marathon in Nashville, and this race has earned a reputation as a premier running event in the heart of Music City. It's called Run Ash. That's the name of the race. Participants run on a scenic route that winds through the historic streets, offering all kinds of views of our landmarks. There's live music through this race and more. This event brings together runners from all walks of life.
And taking a look now at your forecast really quickly, things have actually died down a lot here. Over the last 2 hours, we have almost nothing other than a little pitter-patter of a sprinkle in the Clarksville area. We're going to circle that for you right here on the radar. You can see that is all that we have. Now I'm going to clear this out, take you back 2 hours ago. And we talked all throughout the morning about how rain was going to track toward us, but likely die down, and that has happened. Here is that last 2 hours. Not a whole lot we have to worry about here for you this morning, but the afternoon will give us, and to the evening hours especially, the chance for some rain. You can leave the AC off right near 70 degrees later on this afternoon.
Alrighty, Greg, thanks. 8:27 is your time. Right now, we got some sun glare out there. Check this out. This is the drive on I-40 over by the airport. I was mentioning the backup. It looks like it's getting a little worse as you're approaching Nashville on I-40, coming in from Mount Juliet and Hermitage. We've got a real backup in a couple of those center lanes right now. I'm going to check. Hang tight. I'm going to check the TDOT map real quick just to see if this is worth a detour. You know, I mean, the backup from this is beyond the airport and it continues all the way in. And, you know, honestly, if you wanted to take Lebanon Pike this morning, that might not be a bad choice. You know, there's no major crash. It's just a big backup. So I would say if you're coming in this morning from Mount Juliet, jump on over to Lebanon Pike. That'll probably get you in faster. Still to come at here on Fox 17 News this morning, the latest on the controversy unfolding within the NAACP in Nashville and statewide.
Get Black Friday deals early.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning, 8:31 right now. Fox 17 News This Morning with the story of a mid-state nurse who is now facing charges. How authorities say she was getting a hold of controlled substances.
We have been monitoring the radar here for you this morning. Clouds have increased, but rain chances have gone down for just the morning. We do have a weather maker later today. We're going to track coming up in your Code Red forecast.
Okay, so we still have a chance for rain. And a live look and steer clear traffic. This is Briley Parkway at Centennial Boulevard. Nice and quiet here, but that's not the case around the rest of the mid-state. We're going to show you a couple of problem spots, but more importantly, help you steer clear of those so you can get where you're going on time. Appreciate you waking up with us here on Fox 17 News this morning. We're glad to be your live local news source through 9 a.m. Let's get you started right now with one of the top stories that we're following this half hour, making headlines right now. The man you see here on your screen is a wanted man out of Clarksville, and police really want to get this guy off the streets. They say he is responsible for carjacking his ex-girlfriend. Cordero Quarles on the run right now, accused of kicking in the window of his ex-girlfriend's car, dragging her out, and then stealing the car. We're told that that woman does have injuries, but is expected to make a recovery. Now, police say as Quarles was driving away, again, all this happening in Clarksville, as he was driving away, police say he sideswiped another car. A senior citizen was driving that car and is expected to also be okay. But then this guy ditched the stolen car on Poston Street. He's facing all kinds of charges this morning. Police say he might be in the Lincoln Homes area of Clarksville. So if you see him, know anything about him, police are asking you to please call 911. Also new this morning, a Tennessee nurse is charged with writing prescriptions using her doctor's credentials. Those are the accusations. The TBI says that Alton Birmingham saw patients while the doctor was not in the office several times back in 2020. Agents say that she would call in prescriptions using the doctor's DEA registration number. Ms. Birmingham is now charged with 7 counts of the unlawful distribution of substances. You can always help your community stay in the know when it comes to our local news coverage. So if you want us to investigate something, you can send us your tips, and we can work with you, even keep your information confidential as we tackle issues that are important in our communities. You can also follow us on our social media sites and sign up for our daily newsletter at fox17.com, or you can scan that QR code right there, and that'll get you to the same place so you can follow us. Right now, 8:34 is the time, and we have an update as we are now hearing from the NAACP's former Nashville branch president. She's upset. She also just got suspended from her role, and now she's calling on the Tennessee state president of the NAACP to step down. She's the one who suspended her. So Gloria Sweetlove is the president of the Tennessee NAACP, and she says the woman right here, Vanita Lewis, undermined their mission and their work. Now, when Fox 17 News asked for specific examples of that, we were told this has something to do with Lewis's alleged behavior with coworkers. Ms. Lewis has been with the NAACP here in Nashville for decades and caused this whole situation frustrating and shocking.
I just feel so hurt and troubled that the state president would set out to defame my character, but I do believe in my purest sense of honesty that it's really time for her to step down. 27 years or 25 years, that's too long, and you get set in your ways.
So we asked Tennessee's president for a response to Ms. Lewis's calls for her to step down, but the agency has not addressed our specific question. Fox 17 News will continue to follow the story, though, as it unfolds.
8:35 your time. Jen, boo! I got an update to your Halloween potential forecast here going into the next couple of weeks. We're less than 2 weeks away. Y'all, don't slack. If you haven't gotten your Halloween costume, you got to get it done. If you haven't gotten your Halloween costume, I'm pointing at myself. You got to get it done if you want to dress up, because we're getting really close to day of. What is the forecast looking like? Many things still holding true. Sunset will be at 5:52. That's a guarantee. A couple of clouds are creeping into the forecast for us here. I still do not see hints of rain in the forecast, but temperatures. This is the best part. We've talked about it multiple times in the last week and a half or so, that you want to not have those 30-degree, 40-degree temperatures. We'll be in the 60s, sliding into the 50s for Halloween Day itself. It will not be that cold. Actually, there's a big warm-up into the middle of next week leading into Halloween weekend. We're going to be in the middle 70s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll talk about some evening rain for later today coming up in the next check of your forecast.
Alrighty, Greg, thanks. Steer clear traffic right now. We have been all over the mid-state this morning trying to get you updated on any issues that could get in your way so we can help you steer clear. Right now, slow go on I-40 at 46th Avenue. This is for all of you who are commuting this morning in from Dickson, Kingston Springs, or is that a T? There we go. T-Dot got it back for us. This is just a slowdown as you approach 46 coming in from Bellevue. Not worth a detour. Just know, maybe an extra 5 minutes or so. Let's check another part of town. We've got Briley Parkway at Centennial Boulevard. You know, Briley yesterday was a mess, and even so the day before, but looking good now. They've been doing some repaving work along the northern loop of Briley. So it looks like they've cleared that out, at least for now. So smooth sailing on Briley. We'll check back in on steer clear traffic again in just a few minutes. So how many people across Tennessee have been enjoying the sales tax holiday? I know we have. When it comes to groceries, we're going to tell you when you're going to need to expect to pay those taxes again.
In their complaint, they stated,
welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Steer clear traffic time right now. Checking back in over Briley Parkway, Centennial Boulevard. Still looking really good in steer clear traffic, and still have that backup I-40 at 46th, okay? Just wanted to bring that to your attention. I'm going to check T-Dot here real quick because I'm noticing what looks like a pretty big backup north of town up near I-65 and I-24. So we're going to take you there next in steer clear traffic. A lot of Tennessee families, including ours, have been enjoying tax-free groceries. And as a reminder, the sales tax holiday on groceries in Tennessee will end October 31st. Right now, all food and food ingredients are tax-free. But there are a lot of things that are not included. Like, I know the other day when I checked out, I had a few things that were not included. So I think I paid a total of like $3 in tax. But when we look at what is not included, we're talking alcohol, tobacco, candy, dietary supplements. You still have to pay taxes on all of those. And that's important because I know a lot of you buy your candy at the grocery store, right? You go to your local grocery store and you buy all that Halloween candy. It will not be tax-free. It also won't be tax-free anywhere else you buy it. So Halloween candy is still going to be, you know, full price, full tax. 8:41 right now is your time, and new this morning, Eddie George sounding off. Retired Titan star and an actor. I mean, listen, Eddie George was on Broadway, in case you missed that part of the story. He's the head football coach at Tennessee State, and he is calling out the fans, saying they're not supporting the team. Eddie George told the Tennessean that people have been telling him the Tigers aren't winners. TSU this season is 4-2, heading into this Saturday's home game. So that it's here in Nashville. And Eddie George says TSU fans need to step up and come to the games to support the team. And he says it's about the players. He says this is not about him. He said, I've been there, I've done that. He even was quoted as saying, I've already had my name called. He said, this is not about me, this is about supporting the kids. So sounds like TSU Tiger fans, y'all need to get with it. Mr. George, Coach George, not too happy right now.
4-2 kind of sounds like winning to me, but
I mean
I only deal in numbers, Jen.
Numbers are numbers.
Literally every day, that's what I do for my job. And 4-2 kind of sounds like, at least as of right now, that's winning. Taking a look here. All clear for Code Red. A few showers into the weekend that will carry us into late afternoon through this evening that we'll look at. I'm going to have one more brand new look at Future Track for you before we get to the 9 o'clock end of our newscast. But taking a look here, lunchtime looks good. All the rain we had earlier that I was tracking for you throughout the early morning hours, if you've been with us throughout the morning, has died down to virtually nothing. You might get a sprinkle, a little splash in the windshield later on this morning, but most of our rain will be later today. We're going to look at that for you. Here's a sneak peek at your 7-day forecast, but we'll spend a little extra time on this coming up in a few minutes. 70 degrees later on this afternoon.
Thank you, Greg. It is just about 8:44, creating better opportunities for our children. This morning, Fox 17 News is live right now at a groundbreaking ceremony that's going to happen a little bit later this morning at the new Lakeview Elementary. We'll tell you what to expect. Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Several artists are set to take the stage at Bridgestone Arena in the next few months. And because you just couldn't get enough the first time around, the Jonas Brothers are back in Music City tomorrow. A live look at Bridgestone Arena right now, where the Jonas Brothers will play another show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yeah, this is round 2. And if you look at Bridgestone Arena, I don't know, years ago, I called it the Happy Clam. Because to me, it looks like a smiling clam. I don't know. That's just me, okay? But if you look just to the left of Bridgestone Arena, you can see all the haulers set up already. Those are the big rigs that bring in all the equipment to set the stage for these massive concerts. So they are lined up there beside Bridgestone Arena, and the Jonas Brothers, again, taking the stage tomorrow night at 7. By the way, Greg and I were talking about it earlier. That is not a sold-out show, so you can still get tickets. 8:47 right now, and a new school is on the way for more than 800 students in Metro Nashville Public Schools. We are live this morning at the location where they're going to break ground later today on the new Lakeview Elementary. Again, about 800 kids or so at this school, and it's dated. It's needed to be updated, and the new building for Lakeview will sit right here on this existing campus. It's a project, though, that's going to take years. So the district has already prepared parents and staff for growing pains, right? Going to be a lot of construction. The updated school will eventually feature all kinds of new tech and different types of learning environments to help improve the overall learning process for these kiddos. Here at Fox 17 News, we're always encouraging you to share your stories and your pictures and videos with us. Check this out. We've got a video sent in to us from Garrett Romeo. This is a bald eagle flying over the Tennessee River. How majestic. Let's watch it again. And I feel like I'm seeing a little bit of fog, or maybe that's just steam coming off the water there. How pretty. Greg, I'm also noticing just the smallest hint of color changing in the background there. So pretty. By the way, if you want to send in your best shots, head to fox17.com, search Chime In. And take a look at this face. This sweet dog, and the story of how he is now a permanent fixture at our one of our Kentucky police departments is our top trending story. He's now been welcomed to the force. He was a shelter dog that did a ride-along with the Hopkinsville Police Department. They basically let that shelter dog spend the day patrolling the streets with officers. This is a pit bull mix that was at the Christian County Animal Shelter, spent the day in the community, and apparently it was love at first sight. They all hit it off so well that this dog, which has a new name, His name is Bolo. Bolo the dog is now permanently adopted by the Hopkinsville Police Department. Good dog. Told Greg earlier this morning that BOLO is an acronym. If you're not familiar with police speak, that's the acronym for Be on the Lookout.
Jen, you and I are teaching each other things every morning. I feel like it's always just this snowball effect or a roller coaster.
I mean, what are we doing if not learning?
That's the whole point of life.
Is it not?
If you don't wake up and you learn one little thing a day,
is it not?
You're stuck where you're at. Also, Growing Pains you mentioned, which are not good in life. Great TV show, though.
That was a good show, wasn't it?
I'm just saying, it was a really good show. Alan Thicke, Kirk Cameron, I mean, come on.
Was that in the 90s?
Late 80s, early 90s, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not that we're dating ourselves at all.
Blast from the past.
Thing, but, you know, great show. Taking a look here. Doppler radar. I'm showing you Doppler radar because things have died down to nothing in the last hour and a half. We have not seen anything we've had to track. All these little blue streaks you see right here are not making it to ground level. So we are now talking about just rain that is dying down as it makes its way toward the ground. Here's the difference between now and 2 hours ago. And if you woke up with us, we were talking 4, 5, 6 o'clock that this band of rain was going to die as it moved toward us just because of the timing of the day, the sun not being up. And here's the last 2 hours. It has come down to just basically nothing. We're not done for the day, though. There will be a few showers that we work through later on this afternoon toward the evening. So here's a look at our drought monitor. We need to have rain. This is an update, brand new at 8 a.m., so less than an hour ago. The tan areas, including Nashville, are showing us that we have now gone into a moderate drought. Columbia, Lawrenceburg, Tullahoma, Winchester, even going down toward Chattanooga if you're going out there this weekend. Severe drought. Keep that in mind. If you're going to burn anything outdoors, watch for burn bans or advisories because the ground is very dry. Here's a look at Doppler radar. And we see that everything kind of has fizzled off. But here goes into the afternoon. Here's 6 p.m. I will tell you late afternoon toward the evening, your best chance for rain. We'll give you one more look at your 7-day forecast and our last check of weather.
Alrighty, Greg, thanks. And pretty much our last check of steer clear traffic right now. Wanted to show you I-40 at Elm Hill Pike. Your commute in this morning on I-40 east of Nashville has definitely been congested. That holds true right now. This is the standard congestion, though. No crashes, which is the good news. And as a matter of fact, I'm looking at our TDOT reporting system. We have no reports of any crashes right now anywhere in the mid-state on our interstate. So that is fantastic news as we get ready to wrap up steer clear traffic here. Just give yourself a couple extra minutes as you get into the heart of downtown Nashville. And just into Fox 17 News, the Murfreesboro Fire Department working to determine the cause of a house fire. What investigators have revealed so far. Here's a recap of our top stories here on this Thursday morning. The Murfreesboro Fire Department now telling Fox 17 News that they're trying to figure out the cause of a house fire. This is the third house fire reported in the mid-state in the last 24 hours. Man, you can see the pictures here. Take a look at your screen. Fire shooting from the roof here. This happened yesterday around 4:30 in the afternoon on Ballater Drive. Nobody was there at the time, thank goodness. But the fire, as I mentioned, happening within the same day that we had a deadly house fire in Goodlettsville where 2 children died. And then we had another fire reported in West Nashville, actually in the Green Hills neighborhood, where a house caught fire there. Nobody was hurt. So, you know, again, investigators still looking into all 3 of these fires. We'll let you know if we get updates. Right now, the woman you see on your screen right here, Arlith Bonilla, is in a whole lot of hot water. Police say she helped plan the murder of a teenager in August in Nashville. Officers say they arrested the 18-year-old woman this week. She's accused of luring a 17-year-old named Israel teniente into the Falcon View apartments in Madison back on August 8th to kill him. We've got more on this story at fox17.com.
And one more look at your forecast here, getting you moving here on your Thursday. We're getting closer to the weekend. We've seen rain die down throughout the morning. You're not going to get much here to kick off the day, but by the time we get to middle afternoon toward the evening, we'll be tracking some weak showers and maybe a clap of thunder or lightning. No severe weather, no code red weather in the forecast for the rest of this week and the weekend.
All right, good news. Hey, we're always trying to save you a little bit of money. Here's today's America's Steals and Deals.
Toys for dogs and cats are important sources of environmental enrichment and energy expenditure, but not all toys are appropriate for all animals. For cats, toys that can unravel into string or pieces of yarn are a red flag for me, as these can easily be swallowed, potentially resulting in an emergency surgery. Similarly, if you have a dog who likes to destroy those plush toys, I would avoid